Man, shout out to my brother, man, Ticket TV, man. Shout out to my brothers, man, that's supporting the content, showing love to Ticket, man. Hey, support the movement. Got a great thing going on, man. Hey, we gonna cook on these bum ass Celtics.
Y'all come on in and her get back me. His mic messed up. He got a sweet tooth, but he stayed close to suckers. Cause that's all he hang around. Old fake ludicrous looking. But yeah, y'all, Boston, they in trouble, man. They run around here blaming Grant Williams. He's the only one that wanted to challenge Jimmy Butler. I don't even know why they mad at him. There you go, man. Your mic was messed up, dog.
My mic was messed up. Yeah, the phone. I forgot to put my on call. My phone on do not disturb. Yeah, but yeah, man. Hey, at the end of the day, man, them Celtics, man, they did it again. They got that buzz handed to them. Got to get him Miami Heat a lot of props, man. Jimmy Butler, I think the play, I think what changed the game, man, when they was getting hyped. The Celtics, they was actually in the lead, had control of the game. Yeah, I woke up that monster and Jimmy Butler. He got in his face, and guess what he did? He responded right back. And once he got a Grant Williams' face, that changed the outcome of the whole game, man. And they went from there. And the Miami Heat, they took off from there and won the game. I knew Miami was going to come back and win. I said it yesterday that I felt like Miami was going to win game two, and they did their part. Man, it's just unbelievable. 9 times out of 10, the Celtics are going to get swept, the gentleman swept. You look at the history of teams that have home court advantages at 2 games, they never win the series. Being especially when they lose their first 2 home games, it rarely happens. It happens on rare occasions. You had the Celtics in 2017. I mean, of course, you had Milwaukee Bucks did it before. It had several other teams more up to date that did it, but most of the time, it typically doesn't happen often. And in Miami, they just got a chip on their shoulder, man. They ready. Yeah, it typically doesn't happen often, man. So we gotta give Miami credit, but also the Celtics, man. The Celtics, man, gotta get cooked. They gotta get what they deserve. They are not that great of a team. They're not that good. They gotta regroup, man. Joe Masula, terrible coach, hasn't made great decisions the whole series, man. Malcolm Brogdon to me should have been starting. I know you committed to a defensive player of the year. I know typically you go roll with the guy that's the defensive player of the year and Marcus Smart and all that. But at the same time, he's a liability on the offensive end of the ball. And Malcolm Brogdon is just a better overall player, better overall fit. He plays both ends, more solid, better decision maker. He just overall just better. And when it comes down to it, I trust Malcolm Brogdon more than I would trust Marcus Smart. For Jason Tatum, man, great talent, but when he's gonna take the next step, man, seem like he is what he is. Great talent. He gonna show you spurts of it. He gonna show you that he can be special. But that consistency from the unique talent, like when we look at all-time great players, we always see consistency. We don't see that with Jason Tatum. That's why I don't put him amongst the elite. That's why I always say he's more of a number two guy to me than a number one. He's great talent. Could he lead your team throughout the regular season, get them a good record and all that? Yes. But when it comes down to winning championships, Jason Tatum is not that guy that you want to be the face of your team and to try to bring a championship home. I don't think Jason Tatum could do it. Jalen Brown, of course, he has a chip on his shoulder. He want to be the man. And unfortunately, being on those trade rumors and back-to-back years, in these last few years being in these trade rumors and all that stuff, I think at the end of the day, it took a toll on him, in my opinion. I'm not saying what I'm saying is factual about Jalen Brown, but in my opinion, it has affected him to me. And plus, let's be real, Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown really don't mix to me. They don't really complement each other's game to the point where I can sit up there and say Jalen Brown makes Jason Tatum that much better. And I can't sit up there and actually say that Jason Tatum makes Jalen Brown that much better. You know what I'm saying? We rarely in these playoffs seen a complete game with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum just clear out dominance and clear out dominating the game from start to finish. We haven't seen that yet between these two. So 9 times out of 10, we not gonna see it now. It's gonna take a miraculous. It's gonna take a miraculous feat for those two to come together actually and to play consistent together and make each other better for the rest of this series if they want to win. But we know they not. But hypothetically wise, they both got to average 30. They both got to be efficient. They both got to take care of the ball. They both got to play high level defense. And 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be one or the other playing good. But collectively together, we haven't seen that, and I don't think we're going to see that. So really, guys got to be honest and got to accept the fact that Boston, they had a chance to be great. They was unique. Al Horford is not going to be able to keep playing at the level that he's playing in. Grant Williams not going to keep playing outside of his mind and be a great role player. Robert Williams, yeah, you can't trust him to stay healthy. He's not reliable. Then you look at Derek White, cool player. But hell, he doesn't get the right amount of minutes. Joe Masuda has done a horrible job for us, splitting up the timeshare, how these guys get their minutes and all that, and putting them in the right moments. He has done a terrible job at that. But we got to be honest; those two guys just don't mix, man. A lot of guys didn't want to hear Ticket. A lot of guys didn't want to hear Elder. A lot of guys didn't want to hear me saying that I'm a hater, but I'm not being a hater. I know what the hell I seen on the court. Boston, great talented team. But end of the day, they just don't have that it factor. They just don't. You don't see that. You don't see that will. Most teams, you see the willpower. They can overcome some type of adversity. In all actuality, yes, they made numerous conference finals. Yes, they made it to the NBA finals. But honestly, what adversity did the Celtics have faced? What adversity did they have faced? Everything was really given to them. Had all those, Danny Ainge set it up with all those picks, were able to get all that talent at one time. They haven't took advantage of that not once. Not once they took advantage of that and got it done. So end of the day, Trill City, you can sit up there keep crying like the little baby that you been. You sit up there constantly crying, complaining, and you sitting up there wanna make excuses for the guys, and now you want to blame the coach. End of the day, I'm not blaming, even though he's a terrible coach, I'm not blaming him though. I blame Jason Tatum. Y'all guys say he's that guy. Y'all say that he's the man. Why in the hell he ain't got the job yet? Why in the hell he ain't took the next level? They haven't faced any. At the end of the day, Trill, they haven't faced any adversity. They haven't faced any. They made it there. They made it to the finals last year because Milwaukee was hurt, and unfortunately, Miami got hit with Tyler Hero being hurt, and Miami
Salute
wasn't
Herm.
as
Salute
prepared
Herm.
as that. And salute to you, brother. Salute to you.
Herm, game 6, fourth quarter. They were losing. Jason had to fight through adversity and win that game. Listen, we can criticize Boston, and I'm with you, bro. Jason and Jalen, to me, ain't those guys. They're good, right? They're really good players. But you need great players to put you over the top for the most part. But
Why they didn't get on? Why they didn't get on Jimmy Butler though? Why they didn't guard the best player when he was cooking?
I
Why didn't
agree,
they tell
Ticket.
him
I
Jaylen Brown?
agree. I agree. We agree on that. Um, and that's a great point. And so this title, it's a fair question. Is Jimmy on the verge of breaking up this tandem? Yeah, because this could be the straw that broke the camel's back. Listen, this Jaylen Brown Boston Celtics relationship, it's already rocky. That we know. And so if Boston don't get past this or pull this amazing comeback off, this could be the final straw where Jalen says, get me out of here. Because let's face it, bro, all joking aside, I thought this was their best team along with last year. Like, I mean, teams are getting better. Boston's getting older. And so we thought this was their best season to get it done. You signed Malcolm Brogdon. You don't use him the right way. You're still playing Marcus Smart in winning time, doing dumb shit. Marcus Smart has the ball in his hands in winning time. Why? Like pure stupidity.
Facts, Moss, facts.
And so I think the question that Ticket posed in his title, it's a fair question. Now, is Jimmy the sole cause of that? No, but he's going to be the one that's going to decide it. You know what I'm saying? Because Jaylen Brown is, in my opinion, Africa, I think Jaylen Brown is already up in the air.
He
About
got 1 foot at the door. He 1 foot
yeah,
out.
yeah, facts. And so, listen, I didn't give my just real quick. I didn't give my take on the game last night because Ticket blocked me in the comment section. But no, I mean I ain't tripping. Listen, I mean, it's basketball, bro. Heart, talent, will, desire, the will to win. To me, in some cases, Africa and Hearn can overcome talent, bro. Because you can't tell me that the Miami Heat are a more talented team than Boston. They're not. But
No,
Jimmy's will to win, bro. Listen, a great player is somebody who can get theirs, Africa, right? And then when I get mine, I'm gonna make sure my other guys get theirs. You feel me? Jimmy's leadership, bro. Listen, I can't lie, bro. He might be the best leader in basketball when it counts to most. Because it's something about Jimmy Butler where guys just want to follow. I don't know why they're gonna follow, but they're gonna follow. You feel me? And he's the definition of lead by example on both ends of the court, offensively and defensively. Bro, Miami Heat have no business being up 2-0. Africa, right? On paper, no business.
On the road? Yeah, facts.
What? You know what I'm saying? They have no business being up 2-0. But again, you feel me? Boston's too cool for school. Tatum trying to come out and be lackadaisical, go between the legs, all this dumb shit, bro. Jimmy ain't doing none of that, bro. He's making a move, getting to the basket, nigga, and scoring on your ass, right? Matt Strus, all these dudes ain't doing nothing complex. Bro, the Miami Heat are running basic offensive packages, Africa. In Boston, their so-called elite defensive team, right? Can't stop it in winning time. How good is your defense if I can't rely on it to get stops in winning time, bro? And that's why I say these stats, these team stats that we assess teams off of, highly overrated, bro. Highly overrated. I only care about what you do versus contending teams in winning time. I'm going to judge your defense in that moment. And in that moment, bro, Boston's been nothing short of pathetic. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, their dribble, still suspect. Can't go left, right? Dribbling into fucking 2 or 3 guys still doing dumb shit. Bro, Boston's in trouble. And then let me close with this real quick because Trill City's in the comment section.
Crying.
Yeah. Trill City in the comment section, delusional. Bro, you lost 2 home games, man. You lost 2 home games, bro. You're down 0-2 with the next 2 games in Miami. Now, with that being said, if I was a betting man, I can't bet on Boston come back and win the series. But do I think Boston can still win the series? As crazy as it sounds, yeah. But it's going to be a tall task. But that's it.
Africa, what's your take on this, Africa, man? I know you've been the guy that's been saying that you really don't believe in the hype in Boston as well. So what's your take, man?
Hey, you remember her when we talked about the Boston Celtics? We talked about them before Game 7 against Philly, right? And a lot of the game that we broke down, we kept it on 100, no feelings, just facts. Breaking the game down, you, me, Mars, right? We talked about the IQ of the Boston Celtics, right? They're coming up against a Miami Heat team that get high quality shots. And Mars is right, nothing complex. A lot of overreacting from the Boston Celtics. There was one play where Bam had in the high post. Duncan Robinson coming off the screen. 2 guys go to Duncan Robinson off the pin down. Caleb Martin the screen baseline, easy layup. Bam makes the bounce pass, easy layup. Like undisciplined team. And then on offense, low IQ team, man. They out here, Mars not able to break a simple zone defense, bro.
Fact.
Are we serious, bro?
They was running a simple 2-3 zone, bro.
A 2-3 zone, and they were not.
Shut your trick ass up, too.
Hearn, bro, you hella weak, man.
Hey, hold up,
My bad, man. Go ahead.
But a simple 2-3 zone, 3-2 zone at times. They change it up late in the 4th quarter. They go to matchup zone with a one-on-one with Tatum, and they simply just box on one of these dudes and rolling 2-3 soft zones at times. And you can't break that up. There were certain times where Jason Tatum swings it to Grant Williams. Grant Williams passed to Robert Williams. And if you're patient with his zone, Mars, if you're able to just be patient and be able to understand that there's going to be openings if you get into the paint, then you're going to get an open shot, bro.
Right,
the zone gives up the perimeter shot. How are the Miami Heat not allowing you to be efficient from 3 and closing the paint down? The zone is meant to give you open threes, and you can't find one because you're not disciplined on offense, because you haven't had the foundation of running a team-oriented offense. The offense that you've been cooking on the
Isolated, Africa.
Orlando Magics
Too
and the
isolated.
Detroit Pistons works, like you said, Moss. It looks nice. Offensive rating gonna look nice against these scrubs in the Eastern Conference. But when it comes down to playing a great defensive team that Miami are, a disciplined team that are not going to turn the ball over, that are going to take high-quality shots on offense, and that are going to rebound at a high level, they're not going to give you many chances. You got to beat them straight up with execution, and the
Right.
Boston Celtics have not done that. Jason Tatum, for the great player that he is, to not be able to understand that all you got to do is get into the middle of the zone, make
Facts.
Bam Adebayo step up, and there should be open cutting lanes all day. You have to
Back
make
door or corner threes.
all day. One or the other, Mars. That's what the
Yep.
zone is going to give up. They can't
Mhm.
guard everything, and they're making it look easy out here to Miami Heat. It's kind of crazy what they're doing. And then on top of that, shout out to Caleb Martin. Huge game. Everyone's going to
Yes,
hype
yes.
on Jimmy Butler in the fourth quarter. Caleb Martin in the second and third quarter is able to keep him in the game, making ridiculously tough layups out here, taking it to the rim,
He made some
hitting the
big
three
threes when they
ball.
were
They
losing.
keep
Yeah.
going under the screen, and Robert Williams out here guarding him, disrespecting him, and
Yep,
he out
drop
here hitting the
coverage.
three
Yep.
ball, getting to the mid-range, hitting down shots. Big time game. And what Jimmy Butler does, and what's evident about this team, one is coaching. Shout out to Eric Spoelstra.
Yep.
Evidently out coaching Joe Mazzulla. No clue what
Easy
he's doing out
work,
here.
bro. Not even close.
And then not even close. And then Jimmy Butler believing in these guys. One of the reasons why he probably takes a back seat during the regular season is to give these guys confidence, make them believe that y'all can win games. Y'all can have the ball in big clutch moments during the regular season.
He saw the bigger picture, Africa.
Exactly.
It wasn't
for
about
these
the regular
moments
season,
right
bro.
here.
Yeah, he
Right
saw the bigger
here.
picture.
When Gabe Vincent can pull up midi in Jason Tatum's face off a step back shot. Like, are y'all for real? When Gabe Vincent made that shot, I said, no way. Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson, and Gabe Vincent are really out here cooking the Boston Celtics. This is amazing, bro. And at the end of the day, I understand that Jaylen Brown might be on the way out. Jaylen Brown is not playing with a lot of heart. He's not playing with a lot of energy. He's not looking like he wants it like that. He's not bringing the defensive intensity. And then Jason Tatum's IQ truly needs to be questioned. The passes that he was
I
making
agree.
when he passed to Grant Williams for no reason, how many top of the key passes are you going to make over the defense in a zone coverage, Moss? How many times are you going to Marcus Smart trying to pass to the corner, Duncan Robinson out here looking like
across the court. Yeah, across the court.
across the court
Just
when you know
dumb
you just
shit,
swing
man.
it to the
Just
wingman,
dumb
Moss.
shit.
Just swing it to the wingman and let him
And
pass to the
Trill
corner
City
and
in
make
the
Duncan
comments
Robinson make a
talking about
choice as to if he's
Tatum's
going to
numbers.
guard the wing or the corner.
Yeah.
Like, just simple shit. Simple shit,
Oh, no,
Herb,
no,
that
no,
these
it
dudes
wasn't
are
on
not
Jason
doing, man.
Tatum.
It's embarrassing,
Facts,
bro.
young Africa.
Making it
Facts,
Yeah,
young.
dumbass
The shit
turnover, but it
sad,
wasn't his
honestly.
fault, though.
The shit sad, honestly. I don't give a damn about the 34 points. That shit didn't count for in the fourth quarter. When he
Right.
folded in the fourth quarter, he
Zero
ain't do
field goals,
shit. Man.
Herm. 0 field goals in the fourth quarter. All free throws.
Facts.
Facts.
He just ain't elite, man. He just ain't. He's a great talent.
Yeah,
There
he's
was
a good
over-
player. Yeah, he's a good
There
player.
was
Low
over.
IQ. Where's the midi we were talking about, Mars? No,
was-
no evident midi happening.
He's not confident in it.
They was
He's not
overreacting to the
confident
double
in it,
team and triple
Africa.
team. So they just turned it over. Feel me? Doing dumbass
What
bounce
double
passes.
team? They were running a zone,
throwing
bro.
it
What
straight to
double
the
and triple
middle.
team? What they get? They were running zone.
Hey, look at
They
Trill
even waited
City.
till
Look,
the shit
hey,
came. The nigga
hey,
just
hey, man.
ordered the
Af-
pressure soon as
Yeah, I see it down there,
coming
yeah,
Herb.
towards
you
him.
see, hey, Africa, man. Y'all see Trill City. Y'all see Trill City in there, man. He
Yeah.
had 34, 13, and 8 or 50%. Reference that shit in the fourth quarter, Trill.
Right,
How
in
many
the
times I gotta
anytime.
keep saying it?
Yeah.
And on
We
top of
seen
that,
Giannis had 30. Hey, Giannis had 38 or 20, and we still cooked Giannis' ass.
Yeah.
None of that
and
shit.
that was still a
None of
bad
that shit
game
happened in the fourth quarter.
because we
Mazzulla
watched the
fucked this
game.
game
The
up.
box score doesn't tell the whole story. And at the end of the day, he did have 34, 13, and 8. His 13 and 8 were actually what kept him in the game. He was rebounding the ball and he was playing.
Right. Good point. Good point. It wasn't about his scoring.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna hate, but at the end of the day, just like Miles always says, I don't care about how many points you get. I care about when you get them. And
Facts,
what he didn't do,
Facts,
what he
Africa.
didn't do. That's
Hey,
what Miles be
bro.
telling me. I'll be listening.
Come
And
on,
what
man.
he didn't
Coach your
do
boy,
is
man.
close in
Coach
the
your
fourth
boy.
quarter. And it's not so much about his line. His line looked nice. But if you
Yeah.
watch that game, the IQ and the shot selection and being able to break down what the Miami Heat defense, he didn't have that. He didn't show that. And that's what we're critiquing more. It's the IQ. They got talent. We've been saying that. Everyone knows they got
Right.
more talent than the Miami Heat. It's the IQ, man.
Africa,
If you
can I
can't
ask you a
make a
question,
2-3
bro?
zone and you in the NBA, that's a problem, bro. That's a
Can I ask
problem.
you a
Yeah.
question, Africa, bro? Why
Go
do
ahead.
the Boston Celtics overreact to Jimmy one-on-one, bro? Like and again, my opinion, you let Jimmy go for 50 or 60 if you can, but why would you let these role players get going, bro? The Boston Celtics are acting like Jimmy Butler is like Kobe Bryant or like MJ or something, bro. Don't overreact to that. Listen,
What was the overreactions that you saw, Maz? Real quick.
well, guys digging down too low, guys sagging off too much, over helping.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Even when Bam has the ball in the post, like he's not Tim Duncan. I mean, he cool, but he's not all that, bro.
Bro,
There's no need
this
to
team is
fucking
weird,
sag
bro.
or dig or fucking come off your man
I don't
that much.
understand.
And I gotta get
I don't
on Mr.
understand how
Sexy.
this nigga
I gotta
Al
get on
Horford can play
Mr.
good defense
Sexy.
against Giannis and Embiid and fucking KD, but Bam and Adebayo, a role player, get the fuck out of here, man.
Stop that crying, nigga.
He
He's
don't
an
got a
all-star,
post game
man.
like that. He don't got a
He's an
reliable
all-star.
shot.
He's an
He's
all-star.
not deadly on offense.
He's
You
an
feel me?
all-star though, and he's
He
the
ain't a role
Olympian.
player.
No.
And
He's an all-star caliber player for sure.
He's the Olympian.
He's an actual all-star. He made the all-star
No,
team.
he's
He
a
ain't an
good player.
all-star caliber. He
No,
made an
he's a
all-star.
good player.
But he's not
But
fucking Anthony
Boston's
Davis or
defensive strategy
fucking.
after
You know
He's
what
the
I'm saying?
Olympian.
Giannis or
He's the
KD.
Olympian.
I don't like it.
See, he's
Go
the
Builders, huh?
Olympian.
I don't like Boston's defensive schemes. I just don't like it.
You know he not a lead on offense.
Hey, shout out to Sam the man. Hey, but this nigga Mr. Sexy was telling me yesterday, I guarantee that Boston win by 20. It's gonna be 122 to
Yeah, he did say
97.
that, Herm.
And then now your trick ass want to come here and say Boston is 7. Hey, you want to bet on that too? Because you were scared to bet the 20 points yesterday.
Herman, wait till
You
he
want to
loses
bet
to
on
say
that?
that shit. That's crazy.
No,
Well, Herm
no.
been saying that. Don't do that. He been saying this, bro.
I've been
All season
saying this
long,
though.
actually.
See,
Right.
you a delusional motherfucker. See, your
How?
problem is you just got high hopes for your team. See, with me, the difference between me and you, where everybody kept saying that I was hating on my Grizzlies, that I was hating on John Morant, I knew what I exactly
You don't
saw
believe in
going that.
nobody, Herm.
No, it ain't about that. I knew what I exactly saw. I knew what I exactly saw. How we was playing, I was like, nah, we ain't gonna be good in the playoffs because once the playoffs begin, they gonna slow the game down. They gonna make us a half-court team. And I knew we'd have won the worst half-court offense in the league. So I feel like no matter who we played, I feel like we was gonna lose in that first round. And guess what happened? We got our ass kicked and lost in the first round. We just wasn't that good, honestly. We were better last year because we was deep. We had Kyle Anderson, DeAnthony Milton. We was deeper last year, so we was a better team because of
I
our
thought y'all was
depth.
gonna be the same. Memphis team was
What it
last
do,
year.
huh?
What it do?
Y'all
What
playing
it
like y'all
do,
never been in
man?
the playoffs.
What's good, man?
What's good, Greenlee? Man, Greenlee, man.
Green?
Hey, shout out to Greenlee. Hey,
Oh,
y'all
what up,
too.
What
man?
up,
What up,
Green?
y'all?
Hey,
What
y'all
What up, T?
subscribe. Hey, y'all subscribe to Greenleaf exclusive, man. Great content. If you just love
Hey,
basketball,
Greeny,
great
that
guy to
was a
listen
dope
to. And
a
he's
reaction you
hooping.
did on
And you a
the
Rockets
draft
fan.
shit.
That's the right channel to be on too. If
Appreciate you
you
for
a
having me
Rockets
on there,
fan,
Greeley.
man.
Already, man. Salute to y'all, brother, man. Salute,
Yo,
salute.
what up,
Hey,
Green
but
Lee,
Greenlee,
man?
what's
What
your
up, man?
thought
AKA
on these? What's your thought on these bums, the Boston Celtics, man?
Bums.
Ta.
The Grizzlies bums.
Nah, man. Once again, salute to y'all, man. But hey, man, just you know, according to the topic, shit, Jimmy Butler look like he might upset him, but I don't think it's over just yet. I don't think it's over. I think Tatum can have a crazy game like he did in Game 7. I think he could pull one of those games off. I think Jaylen Brown can win you a game. So I don't think it's over, but you know, Miami, man, they real, bro. They real, and it goes to Jimmy Butler's leadership. I think one of y'all said that, you know, he has a true leadership, bro. Jimmy Butler really got out the mud. You know what I'm saying? He got out the mud, and it's just crazy how he's turning these role players into real perennial NBA players. Max Strus, Duncan Robinson, who ain't played a goddamn lick a minute in the playoffs. One man go down, he step up making big shots. So it just shows you the leadership, the coach of Miami, the coach. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? It just they just got it right now, bro.
hey, shout out to Timmy Two Shoes for the cash app. He said for your broke ass. Fuck you, old bitch ass boy. Nigga, stop begging for wrenches,
I'm
nigga.
on here, Trill.
Stop
Right
begging
here.
for wrenches, nigga.
Really.
Hey, ticket. Drop the link for Jalen Carter so he could get cooked once again, and drop the link, and hopefully
For Trill.
Trill City be brave enough to jump his ass on the penalty. So drop the
Did
link for
y'all watch
him.
the press conference with Joe Mazzulla said?
I mean, he just a sorry ass, cockeyed ass coach. I
Right?
mean,
Yeah.
His
Who
dumb,
cares what he says,
his
bro?
dumb ass said he was like,
Care what he
Yeah,
says.
yeah.
I care about what he
Break that
do.
zone down, Mars. We don't want to hear nothing
like,
until
why
you
you
Right.
break
didn't
I
that
put
care
zone
about
down.
what
Robin?
he
Why
do,
you didn't
not
put
what he say,
Robin?
Africa. Make an
Yeah,
adjustment. How about
break the
that?
zone
He
down,
said,
bro.
hey Mars, this
Right.
You're
nigga
an NBA
said
coach,
that
man. Come on, bro.
they asked him, they said, why you didn't put Robin? he was like, "Oh, Al always closes in the games." They was like, "Do you feel like you made the wrong decision by benching Rob for like 6 minutes?" He was like, "No." And then
Okay.
he kept Brogdon out, and Brogdon, Grant, and Rob was the reason why we got the lead back. You feel me? And
I
then
will
when,
say
when
this, though,
Jaylen Brown and Al Horford came back in, that's what fucked shit up.
I will say this though. Al Horford's lack of shooting in this series has hurt Boston's offense because he's supposed to be a floor stretcher, a floor spacer, and he's been going cold from downtown since the Sixers series, since Game 5 or 6.
No, since Atlanta, he only
Okay,
had
or
one
my
good
bad,
game in
since
Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah. And so Al's inability to hit shots as a big, as a stretch big, the floor is shrinking. And then here's my last point. Greenleaf made a great point when he came inside here. I know we're getting on Boston and we're criticizing and we're giving the Heat a lot of credit along with Jimmy and those role players. But, bro, for some strange reason, I don't feel like Boston's out of this yet, bro. Not yet. Is that weird or am I
That's
tripping?
not weird.
Maz, it's not like they're going out.
It kind of
Maz.
is
It's
because it's going back to Miami. That's kind
Yeah,
of
I
tough.
mean,
Young coaching.
it don't
poor
sound right,
execution.
bro, but it's like something tells me that.
I think they come out of this homestand up 3-1. Miami gonna be up 3-1 going back to Boston. So it's
You
gonna
think
be
they split?
interesting.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know why it's not crazy?
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
It's not crazy. 'cause
That's how I feel
Boston-
about Denver and
Boston
LA.
as a team-
If you look
Boston
at
is
it, we
a
got a
team.
great
split,
road
no.
record. We're great on the road.
Yeah, it's a must-win game right here.
Even
for
though
us.
we 4-5 at home, we got a great road record.
But T, I know you're trying to still have hope for your team.
No, I'm pissed the fuck off.
No. But I gotta get you to understand.
I just don't know.
Look, this is all I need you to do. Look up the overall history when the team with the home court advantage dropped the first 2 games and tell me their records. Tell me the overall.
I know Miami.
I think it's
never
like
lost a home
it's close
game
to a
this
50%
playoff.
chance that they win a series,
That's
huh?
what I'm afraid
No,
of.
it
What's
ain't.
the last team to do
No,
that?
I feel like
The last team to do that
it's gonna be
Higher
Celtics.
was our
It's higher than
Rockets.
that.
Green.
It's higher than
I
that?
feel like-
Oh, okay.
But
What's
we
the
could
last
tie
team
it
to come
up.
back after
We could
losing
tie
2
the
home
series
games?
up. You feel me?
Well, the last
Well, we
team
saw
to
it
lose
against the
first
Warriors
games
in
at home.
Sacramento. We
Jaylen
saw
Brown,
it.
he been squatting the
We
piece.
saw that.
Well, I think the first 2 teams to lose 2 games at home, I think it was either Toronto or my Rockets versus Blazers.
The Raptors came.
That means it was a long time ago.
I
Hey,
think the
Maz,
Raptors had home
Hey, is
court.
it hey
and
T Sweezy?
You don't
Lost
think
Hey,
Joe
T.
Mazzulla fucked the game off?
Hey T. Oh, go
Yeah.
ahead. I was gonna ask you a question. Who was
What
your
up,
best
Green?
defender? Who was your best defender on the Boston Celtics? One-on-one defender.
He don't
this
know.
season? Or
He don't
overall?
know.
Well, what I'm trying to get at is y'all got Grant
Well, let me
Williams
answer
going.
for you, Greenleaf, since you
Hold
don't
on,
know.
hold
Okay.
on, hold
Go
on.
ahead,
The
go
best
ahead.
perimeter defender
You
is
talking
Derek
about
White,
overall?
and the
Derek
best
White, Derek
interior
White, by the
It'll
way.
defender,
have to,
that's
it'll
Robert
have,
Williams.
it'll,
Yeah,
it'll,
that's
have,
Robert
it'll have to
Williams.
be Derek White and Rob.
Yeah. Copy my answers. Yeah, go ahead.
Derek White and Rob.
So I
Yeah,
asked that question. So
I think Malcolm Brogdon is up there too.
Malcolm Brogdon. Okay. Well, I was gonna say like
And then Tatum number
Jalen
3 or 4. Sometimes smart. But
Jalen
Derek
Brown.
White and Rob.
Yeah,
Why-
Marcus Smart is not
I'm
your
trying to
best
get to why Jalen Brown and these guys running away from Jimmy Butler.
Right. Good question.
I don't
Green.
fucking know,
Fair
bro.
You
question.
got to man up with that.
Jalen Brown, he been half-assing on defense, man. He plays defense when he wants to.
Well, he was picking up James Harden.
Why they
man.
running is the
Dude,
question. Why they
exactly,
not
man.
taking the
Dude
assignment?
playing deep. He playing like a chicken with his head cut off.
Why they not taking the assignment?
They
is the
being
question.
lazy. They're not sliding their feet. They're not being aggressive. Miami just pushing them around.
No.
They fighting for loose balls. They
We
killing
can
them on
see
the
that.
boards.
Why they not taking the assignment though is the question. Because Tatum switches on him
Right.
sometimes, but he
Yeah.
doesn't take him the whole game. Why Jalen Brown not clamping down? Why he not doing that?
They should be
Brown
taking
knows
Especially if
he
your
turns.
has
I
offense
don't
is not
fucking
hitting
know.
like that.
They
My
should be
team
taking
is stupid.
turns.
See, they acting like they're guarding Caleb Martin, but they really focusing on Jimmy Butler and Caleb Martin getting these wide open looks and they sagging off on him, man.
It's not wide
They're
open.
poorly
He be hitting
contesting his shot.
contested layups. Well, what
And
do
I
you
was disappointed when Caleb Martin got that putback and he hit that 3.
Oh, that 3 because you're going under the screen guarding him with Robert Williams. You
Gabe
need to
Vincent didn't
change
even
that
have a
up.
good shooting night.
Robert
He
Williams
had
can't
to
guard
on
Caleb
Tatum.
Martin.
I was so
Hey,
mad.
Greenlee, somebody
I had
asked you a
a feeling I was
question,
going in.
Greenlee. Hey, somebody in the chat asked Greenlee for
But
question.
Horford killed us though.
Hold on,
Africa,
T.
look up his numbers.
Hold on, T. Somebody want to
Oh, he
ask
old as
Greenleaf a
fuck.
question in the comment section, so I'm gonna ask Greenleaf for him. Greenleaf, somebody asked you what number is Jalen Green wearing this year? You hear me, Greenleaf?
Green might have slid out.
He might have been off on mute.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Someone in the
but I had a
comment
phone
section.
call.
Yeah, someone in the comment section wanted to know what number is Jalen Green wearing this year.
What Jalen Green number is?
Yeah, that's trying to see what number he's going to change to. I guess I don't know whether that
Ah
thing.
man, he ain't changing nothing. No, he changed it this year. He was 0 when he came into the league his rookie year, and Daniel House had his jersey number, so he switched it to number 4 his second year. Jabari changing his number to number 10, which is his college number to from number 1. If that's what he getting at.
Jabari taking off number 1.
No, he was number 1 did his rookie year, so he changed it to number 10.
He looked wrong with number 1.
And that's T Mac shit. He don't want to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Right,
I thought
right,
T-Mac was
right,
number 3.
Bro, the
No,
one
but
guy
number
is not
10.
getting credit right now. The one guy is not
What?
getting credit right
Jabari
now.
Smith
is-
ducking greatness like Greenleaf. That's what he do there, man.
Come on, Alfred.
I'm
Greatness.
just asking,
We
man.
got to show
You
some
might as
love
well
to
live
him.
up to
Is
the
James Harden
claim, man.
coming back?
You might as well ride it out, man. Yeah, that's a Houston great.
But,
Oh,
but, but,
Is James
yeah,
Harden coming back?
but
Stick,
T,
stick to the top. Uh-huh.
yeah,
we
but
got- we
T
got-
Sweet, I gotta ask you this too, brother. Are you feeling less and less confident that Jaylen Brown is gonna remain in Boston Celtics in the next year?
Good question.
No, I'm not feeling less and less confident.
Jaylen Brown is out of here.
I'm not
Jaylen Brown's
trading
out
him
of
no
Boston.
matter how bad he plays.
Is that Jalen? Is that Jalen Carter in the
Yeah,
building?
I'm here, man.
And
Jaylen Brown's
this
out
is
of
what
here.
happens.
Jaylen Brown's out of there. He's
Great
gone.
players are going to struggle. Not a great players. Elite players are not going to have a good game every fucking time.
We're not
You get what
talking
I'm
about
saying?
struggling.
I'm
We're
not
talking
going
about
to bet him
leaving
No,
the
just
team.
because he has
Yeah.
a bad series. No.
Bro, no, it's
Hell
not about him struggling.
They're
It's
not
about
even into their
his
prime
press
yet.
conferences.
Who wants to
Look,
be the
he's
number
gone.
one guy?
He's
Hey,
gone.
but T,
I'm not
I gotta
feeling
ask. I gotta ask our new guest.
Man,
You
Hey,
feel
T
me?
never keep it 100.
It's
Hey,
some moves we need to make.
Hey, I gotta
Yes.
ask our new guest a
But
question
I'm
right
not
quick.
getting rid of
though.
Jaylen Brown and just
Hold on,
because
y'all.
Not
Hold
your
on.
choice, bro. You're gonna be a free
Let him
agent
ask
and
his
walk.
question.
I'll trade him.
Hold on. See, I gotta ask our new guest a question. He just hopped on. Jalen Carter, salute to you, brother. What's your thoughts on the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat, man? What's your
I don't
thoughts on
know.
the
Let me tell you
series
about
so
something.
far,
I think
man?
the one guy who's, obviously we see the greatness of Jimmy, what he's doing in the playoff series. The one guy I think we got to give a lot of credit to is the masterclass of Eric Spoelstra coaching. Putting the right rotations out there, getting guys playing way over their heads. Like you said, Caleb Martin. Like as much as Jimmy is elevating these guys, I think Eric Spoelstra getting Caleb Martin playing well, getting Max Strus playing well, getting Bam Adebayo to play to what everyone kind of saw as his potential, but him really elevating, especially last game. Again, calling timeouts when needed, the rotations, their defensive game plan. I mean, it's just everything right. Eric Spoelstra is what Eric Spoelstra is doing right now. Greg Popovich is still the greatest coach of all time. Obviously, you have Phil Jackson. What Eric Spoelstra has done the past couple years in terms of taking a team talent-wise that isn't nowhere near the level of teams like a Boston, Milwaukee, but getting these guys to play over their heads, having the game plan to beat them, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's crazy. I've never seen a coach do what Eric Spoelstra is doing. So I think we got to give a lot of credit to Spoelstra.
Jalen.
Yeah, I've seen Larry
Right.
Brown do it a few times.
Yeah, Larry Brown. Larry Brown's the one guy. What is that? Larry
Yeah.
Brown. That's the guy who took a lot of guys who weren't as talented and elevated them, right? So
Hey, bro, I'm glad you mentioned Bam because
Yes,
Eric
sir.
said that he's giving Bam more responsibility. He's not looking just to score, but he said he wants Bam to rebound. And last night, Bam had 9 assists. And so I'm glad to see that Bam's becoming a good all-around player. Now, I don't expect him to give me 9 assists a game, but the fact that Bam can catch the ball, read the defense, and pass the right pass, like that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You can't just trap Bam like you used to. Bam has become a much, much smarter player. And so that's playing dividends as well. So I'm glad that you mentioned Bam because we got on Bam early in the season saying he couldn't do this, couldn't do that. But during the course of this postseason, bro, he's become a complete basketball player.
So he has.
He doing his job. He doing his job, man. He doing his job what he's supposed to be
Facts,
doing.
I mean, yeah, facts, man. Yeah, facts.
They ran the
And
same
Boston,
play
too.
3 or 4 times. They ran a high screen and pop, bro.
And it works.
Okay,
You can't
Kevin,
What
stop
they
it.
bro? What about all them back cuts that Duncan Robinson was getting on y'all? What about that?
Bro,
Bam was
not
making
just
those
Duncan
passes.
Robinson, Max Strus, and Caleb Martin. They could have stopped the
Yes,
backdoor
Bam
cuts.
was making those passes.
We was talking about Duncan Robinson as the worst
Right.
contract in the league all year long, and it still probably is one of the worst contracts. But him showing up, do what he needs to do again. Spoelstra putting in a
Big
position
time.
to succeed.
Well, his
Players on the
movement,
court finding him.
off the
His
ball
movement,
is causing
100%.
Boston's issues. Hey,
100%.
Africa, do you think Duncan Robinson's movement off the ball is causing Boston's defense issues?
Yes,
Because sometimes,
I saw that one play.
sometimes, bro, sometimes he's moving. My bad, bro. He's moving, and this is a sign of a good coach and a good player. Because I feel like sometimes Eric tells Duncan, "I need you to just keep running, not to get your shot, but to get somebody else's shot."
Yes.
And so if you watch the Miami Heat's action off the ball, it's not to get Duncan a shot all the time. It's to free up other dudes, bro. I mean, listen, bro, this is elite coaching at the highest order from this dude, bro.
Facts.
He leads
And
those.
Miami's a rare team where they actually run
Yeah.
sets on offense. They
They
don't
don't
just
really run
freestyle
sets.
like the
Exactly.
Yeah,
Boston
they
Celtics.
don't just pass
They
to the
run
star,
sets.
let the star
That,
freestyle.
That's
one
a
play,
fact.
Yeah.
the one play that highlights what you just said, Mars, with Bam and the off-ball movement of Duncan Robinson was Bam had it in the high post. Duncan Robinson baseline runs baseline right coming off the pin down. Caleb Martin setting the screen baseline. Two guys go to Duncan Robinson. Easy pass, Bam Adebayo to Caleb Martin layup. And so that's Duncan Robinson's gravity. Now they're
Yeah.
such a great offense. If that action gets stopped right and they're pressing on Duncan Robinson and they stop Caleb Martin, all they got to do
He'll
is
reverse
just
it and come back the other way.
space it out. And
Yeah.
then Bam and Al Horford one-on-one in the post. Like, that's great offense. You're gonna get a good look. You got three options in that play. You're gonna get a good look either way. And so that's what that's what you see when you see
Yeah.
Miami Heat.
And
They're a
Bam's
great
doing a
coach
great
team, like
job
Jalen
reading
said.
that.
And speaking of Duncan Robinson too, young, we rarely that's why Jalen's point is great too, because we rarely see when the guys get buried to the end of the bench like Duncan Robinson. And the fact that you somehow getting some type of production out of Duncan Robinson, that just shows how great of a coach he is. It shows how great of a leader Jimmy Butler has been, how his energy has rubbed off on everybody. And it's like, end of the day, now you getting some type of work for the badass contract that you created with Duncan Robinson. And the fact that he actually gets the confidence back. So imagine, you guys, that if his confidence keep building and building and building, Duncan Robinson could be one of the key components to the Heat championship run. So I mean, he's been doing a hell of a job. Jalen,
And
that's
Tyler's
a great point.
handbrakes came
Young
off.
Africa, another great point as well, man. It just speaks volumes of what Eric Spoelstra and Jimmy
And
Butler
just
has
to,
been doing, man.
and just to piggyback off of that, Herm, like you what you speaking on, like it's always the next guy up. You would thought like them losing their best shooter in the start lineup would dictate how Tyler Hero, how everything will possibly collapse for the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler put it on his back in the first round against the number one seed in the NBA, not in the East or the West, but in the NBA. So
With
it just shows you,
championship
bro,
pedigree.
with championship pedigree. So
Look,
it just shows you, bro, they ready for it, man. They ready for it. They ready for all the smoke. And Jimmy Butler, you got to salute his leadership and Spoelstra.
This Boston team's gonna look back on this season and realize that
Chelsea
Ime
don't know
Udoka's
what to do down
situation
there.
was a turning
He's so
point.
nervous.
Losing Ime Udoka for Boston, I think, was huge. Just
Hey,
to see the
Jalen.
way they play, they look like two different teams. Yeah.
Do they need Ime Udoka to break a simple 2-3 zone, bro? Like why can't they break the zone?
I mean,
No,
man, I
they
get
don't,
it. You know what I mean? I
Africa.
get
Yeah,
it. But
good point.
sometimes the coach just
Man,
leaves
hey,
man, huddle,
if
man.
you don't know how to break
Right.
down a goddamn zone, man, zones have been
Right.
played in elementary, middle school, high
Facts, man.
school.
That's what I'm saying.
God
I
damn, man,
hear
y'all
you.
niggas don't know how to
Makes
break
sense.
down a zone.
Basketball
Come
101.
on, bro.
Tell me this
That
team
shit
doesn't look
too
very
easy.
different. This team doesn't look very different compared to when Ime Udoka was the coach. And
Yeah, it's just
Mazzulla coach.
They're
It's
different
like two different
defensively, yeah.
teams.
The big
Yeah,
difference.
defensively, like the drop off has been incredibly noticeable. So
But
whatever.
tell me about the
Udoka is
offense,
like-
Jalen. Why can't these talented
Man,
players on Boston break down this 2-3 zone?
Right,
Like, what's up?
right.
I mean, look, when you have guys like Jaylen Brown, when you have guys like Jason Tatum, again, there's no excuse. Especially even a veteran like Al Horford on the court. You know what I mean? He should be able to kind of coordinate the guys if they're really lost out there. So there's no excuse for them not to break down the clock. I don't know whether it's just nerves, if it's it's made no sense. Like you said, it's basketball 101. Why they can't break down the zone? I mean, man, maybe like
Well, that's where I think Jalen, bro, in Africa and fellas, that's why I think Ime is missed, because if there was a defensive lapse, he would call a timeout, and he had the cachet at that time to really get on guys. I don't see Joe Mazzulla calling a timeout, chewing out nobody, bro. He giving high fives, he patting dudes on the asses and shit. I'm like, bro, like your team just missed 2 basic defensive assignments, and you high fiving saying great job and shit. Like this is crazy. Go watch Eric Spoelstra or fucking Mike Malone after a defensive collapse, bro. They calling timeout and they're fucking pissed. They're pissed. You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen Marcus Smart's getting blown by every time too. I mean, this is a former defensive
Yeah,
player.
what happened to the defensive player of the year, man?
Fraudulent.
What's up with that?
Matt. What's up, Matt?
He doing nothing but flopping out here, bro. That's what.
Yeah, I see that.
And look, I mean, I respect the Marcus Smart as a defender, but this series, I don't know. What's
I don't
going
respect
on.
him. Hold on, bro.
What up, Matt?
What is there to respect about his defense?
Oh no, I mean right now he's playing bad, but I mean throughout, the past couple years he's always been a good defender. I don't know why.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't, bro. Highly overrated. Highly overrated. Out of position. Overhelps. Gambles. Doing dumb shit. No, he has not been, bro.
But Mass,
And then he thinks he's
Hey,
a great
Trill,
point
you
guard
ain't
of all
hit no
he made
time.
it
damn
though.
link. Hey, hold on, y'all. Trill City, you ain't hit no damn link. Ticket said your trick ass ain't hit the link. So, man, stop that goddamn capping, goddamn.
Yeah,
Pull up. You
Trill.
gotta pull up, man. You gotta pull up. If we talking in the chat, you gotta pull up.
But I was
like you
going,
said,
I was going to say this to Mass. My bad, homie.
yeah,
But Mass, I wouldn't say, you know what I'm saying. I know Marcus Smart has that stigma on him being a flopper and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
he does play defense. He held Steph Curry to a certain degree, but it didn't show up in the finals. You know what I'm saying? They broke down the finals, which is acceptable to a certain degree because they are a team that never been there, and the Warriors really just overcame a team that never been there before. So, but I would disagree slightly saying Marcus Smart as a good guard defender at that. I think he's
I
a
mean,
good
he's
guard
gonna make
defender.
some
The
plays.
flopping, the
He
flopping just
Green.
get out of hand sometimes, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna make some plays where he fools people because, you know, I mean, he hustles and he plays hard, I guess. But from like a technical schematic standpoint, really breaking down defense principles in the NBA, like everything you're not supposed to do, he does it consistently on the floor. And so that's what I mean. But I mean, I get it. I mean, he's not the worst defensive player, but the way he's talked about in the media,
Yeah, I get
I
what you're
don't
saying.
agree
I
with
get
that,
what you're
bro.
saying.
Yeah, I don't.
Right,
agree
right.
with it. That's just me though.
Gotcha.
I mean, like you said, what you said, it's not shocking to think that Boston could potentially come back because the talent disparity is still so great. You know, and then the talent does matter. So talent, if you just go roster, pick the names. I mean, Boston clearly outweighs Miami, right? Which is why I think in the back of a lot of people's heads, in your mind, it's like, okay, I wouldn't be shocked if Boston comes back because the talent disparity is still there. But again, up 2-0, you have 2 games at
No,
home.
I think
Miami
we need to
should split
stop
it.
this talent disparity stuff, bro. Talent doesn't win championships, bro. We done seen this too many
Right?
times.
Yeah,
Let's talk
exactly.
about talent, bro.
Yeah,
I-
bro.
No,
I
hey, when we
guess
call
you
when
more
we
than
when we
that.
call when we call these
It's
guys
more than that.
undrafted guys, right? And even the commentators during the game calling these dudes undrafted stars and putting their stats up, like all that means to me is a lot of GMs in the NBA Mars done made a lot of mistakes, bro. That's what that
Facts.
means, bro.
I agree.
That's
I
what that
agree.
means.
Yeah,
That's
Straight up.
I agree.
yeah, I agree with that too.
Great point, Africa.
No, that's
It's
100%.
And again, bro, some of these same undrafted players, they played in the Eastern Conference Finals last year versus the same team,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
they have experience. And so right now, it's and Africa's right. Like, bro, like you win games not solely based on talent, but like your will, like your fucking effort.
Of course, 100%.
Yeah.
It's not just all talent,
Yeah,
man.
100%.
Hey,
No, it's not at
Austin
all. You
Reeves
can
is the
hey,
third
chill,
best player for the
chill.
Lakers
You
right
can
now.
have
That man
hey,
was
yeah.
undrafted, bro.
You
Crazy.
can have a big three like Brooklyn had Harden, KD, and Kyrie.
Right.
You never know what will happen. They got all the talent right from all positions, and they still
Oh,
couldn't
for
get
sure,
it
for sure.
done. I
Jalen,
just
you
think
should know,
now.
Jalen.
I
They
just
have
think
injury
with Denver,
issues. I hear you.
right. So I think it just comes back to being a overall better, a good team.
Good
Team,
chemistry.
man. You
Yeah,
got to
good
be a
chemistry.
good team overall.
Executing too,
Denver,
bro. Executing in the fourth quarter.
executing. Oh
in the
yeah,
winning
big
time
facts.
means a lot,
Because
bro. Means a lot.
big fact. Because you look at Nikola Jokic over there in Denver in the fourth quarter, he wets the bed, but then you got other guys that step up.
Jamal
That's a
Murray showed
team.
up.
That's a
Mhm.
team. They know they know
You guys
their
up.
guys' faults, and so the other guys gonna step up and lead the way. That's it. It's
Right.
about being
Hey,
a team, having
shout out
camaraderie,
to Infamous
chemistry.
Styles.
And
Shout out
preparation.
to Infamous
And
Styles
preparation.
301
Thanks.
for becoming a new member, man, to the platform, man. Shout out to Infamous Styles 301, man. Thank you for
Salute to you, homie. Salute.
Hey,
Y'all
yeah,
get them
man.
likes up, man. Get them likes up.
We all think
Yeah,
the Lakers
yeah,
have a
most
better
definitely
shot.
get them
The
likes
Lakers
up.
got a better shot of coming back from down 2-0 just because you know the saying goes, series don't start till you lose a home game.
No, that's
Series don't
ESPN
start
talking
until you
point.
lose a
No,
home
hey,
game.
Jalen,
I'm
that's an
telling you.
ESPN talking point, bro. They down 0-2, bro. They're up against it. No, I don't.
Yeah, I think every game
Denver.
is counting.
Listen, Denver.
I mean,
Hold
no,
on,
I mean,
Africa.
oh my God.
Don't try to think that shit in, bro. I think Denver splits in LA, go up 3-1, and close you
They
niggas
winning
out
5
in
games?
5. Yeah, in 5 games, bro.
But if the
Talk that
Lakers win the
nonsense,
2, it's a
man.
whole new series,
Talk
right?
about
The Lakers win
a
their 2
series
home
don't
games,
start
it's a
until
whole
the
new
road
game.
team loses or whatever.
Yeah,
you're talking
nah,
about, bro.
The
definitely
Lakers
not.
defend their
Because
home court, though. The Lakers defend their home court. It's a whole new series.
yeah, but they got the
Denver is winning
momentum. Like your home games count. The way they're playing, we got to elevate our game on all levels to beat this team.
Oh, no, for
bro.
sure. The fourth quarter execution. I mean, that's what it came down to. Jamal Murray showed up.
Yeah, well, they got a closer.
closer.
We don't essentially, bro. Like they
Blue
got a
Cheap
closer,
Price, I
man.
see
We
that.
don't have we don't have a fourth quarter offense all season, bro. I've been watching this team, bro. We don't have a consistent fourth quarter offense, bro.
Especially
LeBron-
when LeBron and AD play a huge minutes. When they play a lot of
Yeah,
40
man, they
plus
don't have
minutes.
it. LeBron just looking for mismatches. That ain't gonna cut against the best teams, bro. Like you ain't gonna do that and just look for mismatches and break down the defense. Like that ain't.
Hey, yo, Africa. Is it always either either LeBron or AD on the court, or they always have to be on the court together?
Yeah. Most of the time it is one or the other.
In the
Usually
fourth quarter.
LeBron plays with the second unit, usually more
he
than
staggers
AD.
the
But
minutes,
yeah.
I don't
Usually
mind
LeBron
Austin
rides with the
Reeves.
second
Austin
unit.
Reeves putting the hands in Austin Reeves' hands in the fourth quarter a little bit more, maybe. I think he's made a lot of big shots, a lot of big plays
Yeah,
throughout
that's true.
in the regular season. So wouldn't mind that. I think again, LeBron and AD just have to step. I need LeBron to stop shooting those threes. You got to understand. You got to put your shoulder
facts.
down, get to the basket. You're still bigger. You're still bigger and stronger than a lot of people. Put your shoulder down, man up. I know you're tired.
Yeah.
Put your shoulder down, get to the rim.
Hey, get the 3-point play his way, going to the rack, bully balling. You know what I'm saying? Put your shoulder in the motherfucker chest.
No doubt.
You get an and one at the free throw line.
And even Anthony Davis, I remember last game, he hit that 1-3, then he took 2 more and missed the next team that they're wide open. Anthony Davis, you still have the mismatch inside.
I'm
not even worried about the Lakers offense, man. I need the Lakers to defend Denver in the fourth quarter. That's what I need to happen. Yeah.
Can we stop doubling Jokic, please? Can we do that
it's
one
never
time?
about their offense, bro. It's about that defense and winning time, bro. Denver,
You know what?
bro, Denver had the second best offense in the league. And I mean, I'm not sure who y'all thought Denver was. Like, Denver runs a sharp offense. Like, they're very sharp. Ball movement, cutters, etc. Elite shot making, tough shot making. So, yeah, defensively, bro, the LA needs to be better playing defense.
You know what?
Yeah, and that's on our schemes, bro. Like, we gotta stop doubling Jokic, bro. We can't let these guys get off. If Jokic is cooking for 3 quarters, well, can he back it up and drop 40 in the fourth? Can he do that and get buckets? Can we see AD just guard this man for a half one-on-one and see what it looked like, bro?
I thought the defense on Jokic was
that
fine last game. Like, I'm gonna live with Jokic getting 23 points, his rebounds.
The defense wasn't fine, bro. Jamal Murray had open shots in game 2. He missed them in the first half. Bro, Denver missed a lot of open shots, and Jokic had uncharacteristic turnovers in the first half. He won't have that shit tonight, bro. He'll be much more prepared.
I do think the Anthony Davis help in the passing lanes is causing some of those turnovers, though. It's not just him having uncharacteristic. I do think the help that Anthony Davis brings, not just contesting the shot, but putting his
Mike Malone said, what y'all think? Like, fucking Denver ain't seen that coverage before? Stop it, man. Crazy, man.
I think they've seen that coverage, but I don't know if they've seen that cover with the caliber of AD. But I see what you're saying.
Well, it hasn't mattered yet, man. But we're gonna see, man. But going back to Miami, let me say this about Miami. I think would y'all agree that it's a good thing that a team that's built with role players and built with guys that are bought into the system, bought into the team, bought into the coach, right? And actually run the plays correctly, actually disciplined. Will this make the NBA rethink this, star stacking mentality and actually understand that you got to build the right team to win? Is this a good thing for the NBA?
No. I'm gonna tell you why, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because every organization doesn't have a Pat Riley who filters down to the rest of the crew. See, in Miami, bro, there's a pecking order. Owners own, GMs get players, and coaches coach. Same thing goes with San Antonio, bro. And so you're correct. I mean, I like that to be the case, but every team doesn't run it the way Miami runs it, bro. For example, like I guarantee, like Eric wouldn't have the same cachet in Philly because Daryl Morey runs it differently over there, bro. Let's give the Heat credit for how let's give the Heat credit for how they do business in Miami.
It's the culture.
It's just different, bro. You feel me? Just different.
You gotta be a certain way to come in. Like, they got all this shit down pat. Right. They have a system.
They still gotta win a ring. Like, if they win a ring, a couple of rings, then maybe you can have the conversation. But we still seen that talent.
A couple of rings is what you
need.
Look, for the past,
they got a couple of rings. You talking about in the Jimmy Butler era?
Yeah,
they got rings.
No, I was just saying in the era where you don't have a star-studded team, right? Where you have some role players playing really well. I'm just saying. So the NBA for the past 20 years has still been a star-driven league. It's still guys like Kobe.
Yeah, because that's their other stuff come with it. The money come with it and stuff like that. Having a top 5. If you're not a top 5 player on your team or in the league, your team can't win a championship and stuff like that. Like, let's see it. Jimmy Butler's not to some people not a top 5 player. Mm-hmm. I had niggas on my channel saying, like, fuck this play-in shit, but we got 2 teams that's in the Western Conference, Eastern Conference. Well, we got a team in the West and the East come out from the play-in. So it just shows a lot, bro. It just shows a lot.
I will say with the new bargaining agreement, so basically the league's basically the way they did it with salary cap and everything and tax penalties. Teams are only going to be basically allowed to have 2 max guys and then to fill out their roster with a mid-level guy, a couple $10 million, $15 million guys. Having 3 max players is going to be incredibly. It's not going to work. You're going to have to fill out with some minimum guys. Your tax penalty is going to be really huge. You have to re-sign guys. So I think in the future we'll see a lot more of kind of a big 2.
Yeah, that's going to kick in
roster.
a few years because some teams already have 3 max guys, so the contracts are still under deals. But you're right though. I did see that, and so. So
that might change it a little bit. So we'll see. I think like a team should be again, they should be what do you call it? Should be they should be more rewarded for drafting well. I think if you're able to sign, you should be able to keep the guys that you drafted. Knows me, so be allowed to go over the cap if you drafted the guy without a big penalty.
They can do that now. They can do that now.
They can do that now.
Without the penalties, what he's saying.
Yeah, but with
penalties. Without the luxury tax, you're saying.
So like in hockey, so in hockey, there's no, it's a hard cap. You're not allowed to go over to keep your own guys. So there's some dynasties like the Blackhawks. They have to break up the dynasty because they just drafted too well.
Golden State has led the league in luxury tax the last 2 or 3 seasons, and if you guys go look and see how much they're paying in luxury tax, it's ridiculous.
I know these owners are rich, but even they got a point. They got a boiling point at some point. So it's like $500 million they'd have to pay this year.
Yeah, even though they're in San Francisco, one of the best money maker markets in the world,
and that's still different.
That's still a lot just to come out of pocket.
No, for sure.
But Jalen, it sounds like you're still leaning towards Boston, though. You still leaning Boston? Like, what you saying?
No. No, if I was a betting man, there's no way you put money on Boston winning unless you get crazy odds, right? I mean, again, 2-0. I think Jimmy. I'm gonna respect Jimmy enough, to bet he's gonna get one at home. Even if the other guys don't, Jimmy's gonna get one at home for sure. So yeah, I expect them to be up 3-1 after this, and they should win. But again, I mean.
Just to play devil's advocate, I just believe that Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum got one of those 40+ games, and everybody else wake up to win a game in Miami. So I'm not saying it's a guaranteed. I'm not saying Miami's a guaranteed.
Oh, he's a ticket. He's backstage. Ticket.
Yeah, ticket. Let Trill in. Ticket.
Boston, it's a must-win game. You ain't going down 3-0 and winning, so it's a must-win game for Boston.
Well, it's a must-win game.
That's why I say they got to go for the gusto, man.
They got to go. Must-win game for the Lakers and Boston.
100%. No. You got to put everyone full minutes. If Tatum Brown needs to play 45 minutes, you put him out there. They're not sitting the fourth quarter. You play them all.
Well, I don't think it's just that, bro. They just need to be better. I mean, bro,
for sure,
just execute. I mean, bro, game 2 last night was like a haymaker. You throw a punch, I throw a punch. You down 10, I'm up 10. It's like at one point Boston was playing good basketball, and then they just stopped playing basketball.
Oh, but you know what's crazy, bro? Their offense could have helped their defense in that fourth quarter. If you're able to break the zone, now you're able to get Duncan Robinson off the court, bro. Because you can hide him in the zone, just letting him play in the corner, right? Mm-hmm. You have to break that zone, they'll go one-on-one and attack Duncan Robinson, and then you're able to get him off the court. Now they got to go with who off the bench, Kyle Lowry or some other guy, Kevin Love maybe, and you can cook these guys. Like, their offense needs to help their defense, and I'm amazed that this Boston Celtics team can't get
Young Africa, when they do go zone defense against Boston, Jason and Jen try to go one-on-one versus it. That's not how you beat a zone. The ball has to move around the perimeter. Like, the ball has to move, and somebody has to flash to that little free throw area, and now you're playing 3-on-2, 4-on-3, backdoor cuts, corner threes, etc. But Boston is such an ISO team with Jalen and Jason, especially in the fourth quarter. It's almost like in winning time, the Boston throws away all their offensive principles and they just revert back to one-on-one basketball, hero ball. You can't win that way, bro. Sorry. Yeah, you ain't got KD. You ain't got Kawhi Leonard. You ain't got MJ or Kobe. It's not
the biggest default was not having a point guard last year. They was dealing with Marcus Smart as a point guard, 3-and-D point guard, and he wasn't a playmaker. So they was relying on Jason Tatum playmaking and duties, and Jaylen Brown to a certain degree. So this roster is really built up around Ime Udoka's, philosophy. And
they brought in Malcolm Brogdon, who
they brought. That's what I was trying to get to. They brought in Malcolm Brogdon, but they're not utilizing him to his full max potential at the point guard position in the fourth quarter.
I agree with that.
Exactly. Why you got the ball in Marcus Smart's hand, Mars, when you got Malcolm Brogdon?
Because they're trying to be his friend. And not win games. Is it about being friendships or actually winning ball games, bro? Fuck your feelings,
about
bro.
winning ball
games. Ball games, huh?
We ain't being friends around. Marcus Smart, yeah,
Hey,
playing
hey,
piss
hey,
poor.
hey, hey,
Yeah.
hey, Will, you right, man. I don't know basketball, man, but one thing I do know is that I picked those fucking Heat versus the Knicks, though. That I did.
Talk about it. Talk about
Yeah,
it.
I did pick the Heat versus the Knicks, though. So yeah, it's cool.
I knew that
Yeah.
would come.
Yeah, Will, you need to change that Knicks logo, Will. You
I'm
ain't done
talking
nothing, bro.
basketball, man, and Will
You
coming
ain't done
after me,
nothing,
man.
man.
Hey,
They
shout out to
celebrating
Will.
second
Shout
round
out to
exits
Hey,
out
Will,
here in
though.
New York.
listen, man,
Herm, what
y'all
they
been
doing in
good to
New
me,
York,
man.
man?
Everything. Hey, Will, man. Salute to you, homie. Salute to Will, man. I ain't trying to argue
Yeah,
today, man. I ain't trying to argue, fellas. I just want to talk basketball, man.
No
yeah,
doubt.
I want to
facts,
talk
man. Facts.
basketball.
Hey, yeah,
Y'all
we
see
got a great we got a great panel up here, man. Got Maz. Shout out to Mr. Maz. Got
Oh,
Young
for
Afro.
sure.
Shout out to him. We got Jalen Carter. Shout out there. We got
Yes,
Greenleaf
sir.
exclusive.
Jalen,
Shout
my
out
boy
to him, man.
Green,
Hey, we
real
got a
rocket
great
man.
ass panel right now, man. So y'all take advantage. Y'all keep hitting that like button. You not
Keep them
subscribe.
likes up, man. Get the
The
likes up.
crazy ass you to subscribe if you not subscribe, man. If y'all do want to donate to the platform, that's cool too, man. Hit up $cash double 11. We drop a jewels for y'all, man, and we tell them the truth about you guys' teams and stuff, man. We ain't on no bias shit. We ain't trolling today. We just talking
Right.
basketball.
Facts. And so, anybody on the panel got Boston still winning this series? Like, who's standing on
Yeah,
it?
I do, bro. I do. As
Oh,
crazy as it
Hey,
sounds,
gotta
I do.
respect it. Gotta respect
Yep,
it.
I
Stand on
do,
your
bro.
take.
I
So it's
is
do.
gonna
it
be
because you
gonna be
believe, or just because you made your prediction? Like, what you saying? Because
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Nah. I still believe because listen,
Mm.
because I made predictions in other series. For example, I picked the Lakers to beat Denver, but after watching the first two games and seeing the size differential and execution and the way Mike Malone adjusts, I switched my pick. And so, if I thought the Heat can just do this, can do this 4 out of 7, I would switch my, you know what I'm saying, my pick. But I think Boston just needs to do a little tweaks here and there in certain moments, and then it's off to the races. So I sound crazy. I get it, bro. But I got Boston in 7 now,
I'm
6 or 7.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Miami, man. I'm leaning
Miami,
towards
okay.
my
And that's
yeah, I'm
fair.
leaning towards
Yeah,
Miami. Only
fair.
because they went to game 7 last year with the coach that they had, Ime Udoka last year.
Mhm.
And this year, I think Miami smelled blood. I think Jimmy Butler wants revenge. He was one shot away from going to the finals. He missed it, and he's back in here with a different mindset. I think he knows how to play against these guys. I seen Jimmy Butler, coming down the court, picking Grant Williams out on one-on-one switching pick and switch and shit and going to work. So I just think I'm
Yeah.
leaning towards Miami on this one, man. Fellas.
No, I got you, man. I got you.
And I understand, hey man, as I'm gonna say this, if you end up being right and the Celtics do come back and win this series, I gotta change my tune about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And I had to take everything back when I said, because now actually that would be impressive. After you drop your first 2 games at home and you still fuck around and win the series, now that's impressive. And I had to give the Celtics credit if they do get that done.
Yeah, and somebody says, well, Moss is expecting a Miami collapse. I don't think the Heat have to collapse. I think both teams at their best. I think Boston is just better. And
That's
so
fair.
I can see the Heat play a decent game and still lose 4 out of 5 games. Again, you know what I'm saying? And if Boston does pull this off, to me, they don't get credit because they're supposed to win the series. They're picked
Ooh.
to win the series.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't reward somebody for doing what they're supposed to do, in my eyes. But again, Heat and Boston can both play their best games, so the Heat don't have to quote unquote collapse, and Boston can still win the series in 6 or 7 games. It's a tall task. I'm up
6
against
or
it.
7.
Yeah, 6 or 7
You
games.
see a
Yes.
potential of them winning 4 straight games against Miami?
Well, I mean, like, again, bro. That's why I said. I mean, it's not a. I mean, it's not a logical response by me. I get it, but again, more likely 7. 6 if they just get like on a win streak. If they can win both games, Miami, which is a tall task, but I wouldn't put no money on the series. I'll tell you that. I'm just saying Boston still, but I can't bet nobody on this shit because they lost
It's
the
a
first two
bad bet
games
to
at home.
make. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
bad bet
yeah,
to
it's a
make.
bad bet, man. So
Yeah,
I can't do that.
I hear that.
Well, I
That's
mean, I've been saying all year long that I feel like Boston is not a championship team. I saw a lot of flaws. I saw a lot of chinks in their armor. And I feel like they got a lot of great talent, but they just don't have that one. They just don't have that one guy that could put the team on their shoulder. Say, man, when all stuff fails, I'm gonna bring it home. I love Jason Tatum as a talent, but his mentality, his IQ, his mental wherewithal is not there. And I understand that when it comes to judging who's a superstar, who's not, you gotta have those qualities, and Jason Tatum doesn't have it. And at the end of the day, that's why I always been telling Boston fans for
You
the
don't think
last
he have it, huh? He put up
I
51 in
mean,
the game
I was gonna
7
say
closeout.
the up
yeah,
and
but
down
but
with Jason Tatum.
Greenleaf, I don't put no stock in that because look who it was up against. A guy
He's still
James
a fan
Harden let
piece,
you
man.
down for James
Well,
Harden let you and Mans down for
I mean,
years in Houston. Let the
yeah.
Houston Rockets fan base down for
No,
years.
no,
Doc.
no, 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 no. Yeah. No, go ahead. Keep cooking, man. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah, and
something
that's
too.
the only reason I didn't put no stock in that 51. And plus, Doc Rivers, dumbass, had a guy, Jalen McDaniels, that could have neutralized, not shut down Jason Tatum per se, but could have made a hard on him that to the point where he wouldn't have had another 25 plus point half. So, I
But
mean,
that's on Philly though. Philly was the one canceling out Joel Embiid in the game. You know what I'm saying? The game icing him out. You know what I'm saying? Not giving him, feeding him and stuff. Niggas want to jack shots, hard jacking shots when he ain't made a fucking field goal and stuff like that. I just think, bro, it comes back to the culture and it comes back to having your philosophy implemented in these guys' head. And
mhm.
Miami has that. Miami has that right now.
and I'm gonna
With-
tell you too, Green. I'm gonna tell you what
Right.
changed the dynamic that changed it to me. That let me know that these
yeah.
motherfuckers on cloud nine and they too confident. They know they got the Celtics where they at. When Grant Williams basically was taunting Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler came down the next goddamn play, scored on him, put a float on him, and Jimmy Butler
Mm-hmm.
got in his face and let him know, yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
on basically.
Yeah,
I
and
knew
more.
Cash
then,
money
Yeah,
shit.
and Boston
yeah,
was in complete control now. Boston was in complete control. It was going
Yeah.
Boston way. And when Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler did that, I knew then. I said, man, Miami for to come back and win this game.
And speaking of culture, guys, that's built in the regular season. I remember Greg Popovich used to sacrifice games and bench Tony, Manu, and Timmy and let his role guys be in high pressure moments. So that way, when the moment becomes a moment, in this moment that we're in right now, guys like Matt Strus, Duncan Robinson, Gabe Vincent, like the moment's not too big for these guys. And so sometimes as fans, we get mad when our team loses during the season. But obviously, for the Miami Heat, Africa, they saw the bigger picture because we knew there'd be we knew that there would come a time where I need a Matt Strus or a Gabe Vincent to hit a step back 2-point shot in Jason Tatum's face. You know what I'm saying? And that confidence comes from regular season high pressure moments. And so again, the culture to me is the biggest difference here. Boston has it's almost like Missoula is like a player's coach too much, whereas Eric is like a coach where like he can get on his guys, and you got Haslam on the bench with strong foundation and strong leadership. I don't see the Boston Celtics with no veteran dude on their bench who can get into Jason or Jalen's face when they fuck up. It's just I just feel like this. I feel like the Celtics players are too comfortable in every moment, and sometimes to be great, you gotta be uncomfortable and there's going to be some confrontations in huddles, timeouts, locker rooms, etc. I don't think Boston has that, bro.
yeah.
And
Al
all
Horford's
that
not
being
that
said,
guy.
how
Facts.
Yeah.
all that being said, do you feel like Boston's talent gonna overcome the Miami Heat's talent?
Um, yeah, as crazy as it sounds, I still think even listen, I mean, because we are criticizing Boston like to the bone. And so I
I
know
mean, they should though. They
yeah,
should get
no. I
criticized.
agree. I agree. It's just that when I say everything I just said, and then you ask me that question, and then I
Mhm.
still say I think Boston's talent will rise to the occasion and get this done in 6 or 7 games. Like I firmly believe that. And
Okay.
so because again, bro, like the famous words of Kobe Bean Bryant after he beat Orlando and he was up 2-0, that same team who beat LeBron James in 5 games, Kobe said, "Job's not done yet." And so, job's not done yet, bro. Like, listen,
Sure.
it's a 7-game
Job's not
series.
is
It's
a
not no
job
2 weeks.
done.
I hear you, Mars, and I think Mars come from the point of view that Boston still haven't played their best game yet, and if they
Not
do,
even
they're
close.
able to win. But they literally got to play like 4 great games in the next 5 games.
Right.
So they got to
Yes,
play
Right.
4
yes,
out of
4 out of
5,
5.
and they got
Yeah.
to play 4 great games. They got to get hot in a couple games and hit like 23s or something close to that, and be
Yeah.
efficient from the 3-point line. I don't know how they've been able to stop them from getting to the rim and at the same time make them inefficient from 3. That's not just a simple zone, but that's a great zone that they're running, and they know exactly what they got to do. But
And
this is my question. This is my question to
mhm.
you, to the panel, is All we seen with these two conference finals happening right now, right? We got Denver, an experienced team, a team that's grown up, core stayed together, a team that's built chemistry. Their coach is getting better, right? Has got better over the years and has stayed with them for many years now. Versus a team like the Lakers, a team that was only recently constructed, rookie coach, and then in the other conference finals in the East, we got the same situation with the Boston Celtics, rookie coach, right? Young guys don't really have a system. They play off their talent, right? They got a defensive identity, or they were once upon a time, I guess you could say even last season, but they haven't got an offensive identity when it comes to structure. Hierarchy is not clear. On some nights, Jaylen Brown wants to be that guy. Some nights it's Jason Tatum. Some nights Marcus Smart think he's the best player on the floor out here. It's kind of crazy, right? So they don't have that identity, and they're coming up against a Miami Heat that have the same core, grown together, experienced coach, stayed with the team for a long time. Are we seeing? Do we as fans underrate the intangibles of winning compared to like the talent, and we often just go by the talent? Is this what we're seeing right now? The intangibles of winning mean a lot more than what the fans give credit to.
Absolutely, bro. Old-fashioned basketball. There's a reason why the Big East, some of these big teams in college basketball, who have all the best players, but then a team like Vanderbilt, a team like Gonzaga, a team like Baylor, right? Some of these low-tier teams always make the Elite Eight, always make the Final Four. You feel me? Because, bro, like ball movement, communication, offense, defensive principles beats talent every day of the week. You feel me? And so it doesn't matter how great you are talent-wise, right? Can you execute? And sometimes, bro, less is more. Like, I mean, again, sometimes less is more in sports. It just is.
And to you know what I'm saying, for Boston, I just don't understand why if Jason Tatum is cooking, why Jaylen Brown can't be the defensive guy on the other side? Have you put up 20 plus and play defense, and vice versa? I don't understand it. It's like if one cooking, the other one just being in shadows or some shit. I don't.
They
understand
collectively, they just don't mesh together, man. And Greenland, they just don't. For some reason, they can't collectively. They can't put a good game together. Both of those guys can't collectively.
Hey, Lee,
put a great game together.
you know, if Jaylen Brown does a good job on Jimmy Butler, right, and Jason Tatum goes off for 40, you know they ain't giving no credit to Jaylen Brown, right? You know they giving all the praise to Jason Tatum and his 40 piece. You know that, right?
People are gonna praise the offense more. I think that's just.
Hey, but see, that's the
I ain't gonna play
mindset that
dirty
these guys
defense, great
have.
defense, and get no shots out here and be not featured in the offense. I ain't doing all that, bro.
I do think Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they have this problem of they almost take turns on offense rather than kind of playing together. So I was like, okay, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. You know what I mean? Kind of, they
You got to be a yin and yang, man.
Yeah.
Yin
So
yang,
like
man.
with Bam and Jimmy, again, they just play more. Even as the two best guys, they clearly play more as a team. Like Jimmy will get his throughout the flow of the offense instead of just obviously the fourth and the KG. So like give Jimmy the ball, move out the way. But first, second, third quarter, it's not a lot of that. They're still working within the flow of the offense.
Yeah, but Jimmy and Bam got different skill sets, so it's easier to incorporate two guys like that compared to Jason and Jaylen, who in some ways are very similar. They both averaged 27 plus points during the season. But again, that's a little deceiving because they beat up on like a lot of bad teams. But you can tell versus a real team who can scheme for you, it's a fair question. I mean, I'm not sure that they're the best fit. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Jason or Jaylen with like more of like a traditional big compared to another dominant wing. That's just me, though. That's just me.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
If Harden goes back to Houston, Jaylen Brown and Philly, I think could be a little better for him.
No, I think if Jaylen Brown leaves, he's gonna be on his own team. Like, he doesn't want to go and be a second guy to Embiid again, bro. Like, he wants his own squad.
Yeah,
that's
true.
the
He does want
mentality.
his own. Yeah, he does.
And what he looks like and how he views himself, that's evident. But when they run an Al Horford, right, and they're running 5-out offense, why don't we ever see Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum pick a roll? We ain't never seen
good
that.
question,
Jason
man. Good question.
That's true.
Jason
Never
Tatum
seen
send the pick at 6'10", my nigga.
That's
he can
facts,
pop,
yeah.
he can roll, he can do it all, and you make him and you ask the defense questions. Like, why are
I
we
like
seeing
that
this?
question,
I like
man.
that. That's a
Yeah,
good point.
that's a
That's
fair
facts.
question,
Yeah,
bro.
I didn't even think of that. That's a real good point.
That's a good question. You want to know why, Africa? It's because Jason and Jaylen don't want to do all the small intangible shit, bro. They don't. They want to get the ball at the top of the key, 1-5 flat, and just ISO. That's why. And dumb coaching, bro. I mean, actually coach that
Yeah,
question.
I think Missoula asked the coach. I mean,
Ask the coach that
he should
question.
definitely put in their package for sure.
And can we fucking get on Jason and Jaylen too about their fucking handle, their dribble, them going left? Like, I thought they would have fixed that this year after last year having all those turnovers, but it's slowly creeping back in again. Jason, Jalen, bro, their dribble around like crowded areas, like it's suspect. Like they're too loose with the basketball.
Yeah, they're not real natural playmakers. They're not real
Yeah, they're
natural
not.
playmakers.
Yeah,
They trying to develop and make them be that because they don't have a natural point guard. And when the point
right.
guard that y'all brought in that won 6 man of the year is not in the game in crunch time to make plays and stuff like that, you got Jason Tatum throwing into the stands at times, throwing bullet passes to the corner. That shit like that happens. It happens.
And two, Green. I know it's I know it's this as well. Jason and Jalen, they over penetrate in the lane too much. Meaning they go into the defense too deep. Sometimes don't go so deep. Go halfway, mid range jump shot, hezzy pull up, pump fake. But like they'll drive into 2 or 3 dudes, and now they're playing in the crowd, and they get nervous. They travel offensive fouls, like you said, throw the ball in the stands. It's like they're too gifted to be that like nonchalant and that retarded, and that like in those moments. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it.
Yeah, man. A lot of adjustments, man. A lot of adjustments.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna head out, try to get a little gym work in and get some food. Have a good one, fellas. We'll talk after the Laker Denver game. Should be a good one.
All right, salute to you
Yeah,
guys.
we'll see what happens.
After the Laker
Yeah.
dub,
I got
man.
Denver win tonight, man. I got Denver win tonight, man.
Stop
Yeah, I
it.
got
Hey,
Denver.
we'll see. We gonna see.
Yeah, I got
I
Denver
got
win
Denver.
tonight. You do too, Green?
Yeah. I had Denver going to
Yeah.
the Western Conference.
Okay.
From the beginning of the season.
I'm not saying a blowout, but I think they execute late down the stretch. I think they hang around, and then I think they do what they do. They just execute and make tough shots down the stretch. Because Africa, don't come in and say our role players will play better at home. Well, the role players have been playing good on the road. It's been your best players.
I wasn't gonna say that, but go
It's
ahead.
been no. But you,
Hey man, y'all, hey Tiki, let Trill up, man. Let Trill up in this bitch.
Yeah, Ticket, let Trill up, man. I know Ticket said he was out and
Yeah,
about.
come
He
on,
about to be
Trill.
home soon
Yeah.
or whatever. But
You said
yeah,
he was where in the mountains? Where is he at?
Hey man, Ticket practicing his free throws right now. He trying to get that percentage up, man. It's all good.
So Ticket said he was out and about though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Man, look, man, I see a big hill for the Lakers to climb, bro. Like we haven't played our best game. I give Denver credit; they're the reason why we haven't played our best game. I'm talking about an elite defensive game. I haven't seen that from the Lakers. We still doubling Jokic. I don't know why we're doing that, Darvingham. We better not do that in game 3. And at the end of the day, bro, like AD got to step up on offense and defense. He got to guard him one-on-one and let his perimeter guys know that you can't dig down and you don't need a help, man. Let me cook this guy. And if he's cooking, I'm gonna give it back to him on offense. And we got to have high quality shots on offensive end, bro. We don't run that many sets. I don't know if there's chemistry issues. Darvingham hasn't enough time. I don't know, man. There ain't no time for excuses anyways, bro. We got to get this game. It's a must-win game. And LeBron got to stop jacking threes and take it to the rim, bro, and be highly efficient. He got to be at that 60% from the field type shit today and be efficient with this scoring. That's the type of shit we need, man. It's gonna be tough.
Get Jokic in foul trouble, man, early if they want a chance.
AD
And
needs
you're
to
right.
get
I think that's been the key. That's been the key in the series that I've been stressing for the Lakers. If the Lakers want to beat the Nuggets, you got to get Jokic in foul trouble early. Make it to the point where the Nuggets got to play an extensive amount of time without their guy. That way, then now AD could bully everybody else that they go throw out there. And AD gonna get easy buckets.
Joker's
Easy
credit,
buckets.
Herm. But to Jokic's credit, he's doing a great job at defending without fouling. Even when he gets scored on, he's standing straight up and down. And so they're not and then AD is letting him off the hook, shooting those little 15-foot jump shots, floaters, around the rim. And so nobody's really put elite rim pressure or like playing like with a force of an aggression going at him. Like sometimes, even if you have to pick up an offensive foul, go into Jokic's chest, make the refs make a decision. Because 9 times out of 10, especially in LA, like they're gonna call that like against Denver. But the Lakers, man, are like, and again, Africa, if you're gonna double Joker, you know what I'm saying, pick and choose your spots. You can't give Denver the same looks. They're too good because they'll adjust to it. And then even if you're going to play Joker, I keep saying Joker, but Joker one-on-one, Denver does a great job with action off the ball. Guys don't typically just stand around. They cut, they move, They create angles.
Yeah, they not ball watching.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah,
ball watching.
yeah. They're not ball watching, and so I know you say let Joker go 1-on-1 and score 50, but Denver kind of. I mean, Denver can get any shot they want based off their movement and their offense, and so
Man, if AD let Joker put a 50 on him, and when Joker is not a really a defensive presence like AD is, and you let him cook you, nah, it's AD, bro. It's AD because he has the biggest matchup,
yeah,
and the Lakers fans, the Laker fandom is looking at AD. LeBron is who he is at age 38, so you can't count on LeBron to say today. Everybody looking at AD. You know what I'm saying? I'll rebound Jokic. You know what I'm saying? Use your link to
that's
now
a
let
good
him get to
point,
his
Green.
spots.
That's a good
It's
point, bro.
AD, bro. It's AD.
Yep, because
AD.
Green, bro, even if AD only gives you 18, 20 points, he can still be dominant defensively, right? Grabbing rebounds, being
Yeah.
an anchor on defense,
Yeah.
disrupting Denver's offense, to a certain degree, of course, because he can't defend everybody. But AD has to play with the
Right.
force of aggression and be dominant, bro. Like he's too. Again,
It's this. It's this time. It's time now, bro. It's
yeah,
time now,
facts.
man.
Yeah.
It's
What up,
about that
BX?
time
I
now,
see you
man.
down there, BX. Yeah, no, it's definitely
Yo,
time, man. And
Jokic. Go ahead. Go ahead.
my bad, Africa, just real quick, bro. Darvin Ham has to make a decision, bro. Obviously, he's gonna start D'Lo, but he has to have a quick leash on D'Lo. Meaning, like, just because you start him doesn't mean he has to play big minutes. D'Lo's playing too many minutes in this series. Too many minutes. I mean, he's a minus 30 plus, when he's on the court. And so is Darvin Ham trying to be his friend? Again, I mean, I thought it's about winning, not pleasing dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you go with what's working, and D'Lo's not. It's not working. Like play other guys. Like what are you doing, Darvin?
Hey, shout out to BX, man. Shout out to BX in the chat, man. He said it's gonna be a funeral stream tonight, man. Shout out to BX.
Facts.
Yeah, man. Yeah, ain't nothing new, man. All season long, niggas been praying for the Lakers downfall, man. BX is one of them, man. It's all good though, man. You just have to wait a couple more rounds than you thought, maybe a month longer than you thought. It is what it is, man. It's all
So do
good.
you think Denver's a better team?
Right now, if I'm being
What do you
objective,
mean
they
right
are
now?
the better
I
team.
mean, who's
They
the
look
better
like the better
team?
team. One thing that's concerning to me, I keep it 100, man. And I'm about. Hey, you laughing in the background here. I'm about to cook you real quick, but let me get this off though. I see you laughing in the background. They look like the better team. One thing that concerns me, Maz, is we haven't made Denver adjust yet. We made Memphis adjust real quick. We made the Golden State Warriors adjust quickly in the series after 2 games. We haven't made Denver adjust at all, bro. They're looking comfortable out here, especially on defense. They're just doing what they have been doing. No adjustments. We haven't pressed and took it to the rim and made them have to adjust their lineups. We haven't done well
Before you
enough
go
where
at
we
Herm,
have
can I
roamed
rebut
off
that real quick?
and
When you
roamed
say
off
make them
Aaron Gordon. Go
when you
ahead.
say make them adjust, I mean, don't you agree that it's easier to make a team adjust like Golden State and Memphis, who are much smaller, don't got the size, a lack of inside presence? Like, I mean, what if I told you you can try to make them adjust all you want to? There's no adjustment that needs to be made to that level. Denver's just a better team. Anything you do, they adjust to. They counter to your counter, and it just is what it is. Like, is that fair to say?
It's fair to say that smaller teams like Memphis and Warriors, it's easy to adjust with the size difference.
Yeah.
And Denver do have size, but I would say this: Denver Nuggets are the worst defense we have faced in this playoffs, and we should be making them pay on the offensive end. The reason why they're killing us in
bro. Hold
transition
on.
is because we're
Africa.
getting bad shots. We're getting bad shots up.
Okay.
We're not executing on offense. That's allowing them to go in transition. They're in flow. They've been in flow for 2 games straight.
Uh-huh.
That's why I say the offense is going to help out our defense as well. Then we get back. I don't know why Jokic is beating AD down the floor in transition when he's getting the rebound and pushing the ball up.
That's
There's
just
no
hustle.
excuse, bro.
Hustle.
It's
That's
ridiculous.
why I say it's on AD, bro. You
It's
got to take that
ridiculous.
matchup.
And so that's why I say we got to make them adjust with the pressure that we put on their defense, man. And they have to mismatch. And one thing I would do is bench Vanderbilt, put in Rui to added scoring, added size, and we ride the starters for high minutes, bro.
So
and
when you
if D'Lo
say
ain't putting it
defense,
up,
when you said the
then we
worst
put in short.
defensive team,
Yes.
is that based off regular season or the defensive rankings in the postseason?
Yeah. The defensive ranking in the regular season. Yeah. Well, just
You
objectively,
can't say that, bro. I mean, hold on. Africa, that's not
objectively,
fair.
Memphis is a better defense than the Denver Nuggets. Would you agree?
During the season, they were, but not
Oh, okay.
during the
What about in the playoffs? You don't agree?
Can
Like
can
what
you
we doing?
can we look it up real quick? Based
Well,
off
they was
Jokic,
missing. They was missing a real
Hey,
defensive
like
presence,
I've been
like
trying to tell
like
people,
Steven, like
Mars.
Steven Adams, and you know
Yeah,
what I'm
um,
saying, Clark to a certain
right?
degree.
I
they
mean,
they
can
still
we
had the
look
So
up
they
the
defensive
missing
player of the year,
they
Greenlee. I don't
interior
want to hear
can
about
we
defense.
that.
look up the
They
numbers,
still had
Africa,
DeLon
for
Brooks
Memphis
In the
and Golden State
playoffs,
team?
in the playoffs though, after they was
Right,
missing those guys.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
but they still had the defensive player of the year. They still had DeLon Brooks playing defense. Like I don't want to hear all
I
that.
mean, yeah, they did,
And
Bro,
they
Mars,
hold
did,
on,
they
man.
I know
Hold
did.
the Denver
on.
Nuggets. I know the Denver Nuggets numbers in the playoffs is gonna look nice when you come up against the
Well, that's
Minnesota
what we talking
Timberwolves
about, though.
in the first round.
Right.
They came up against the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round, Mars.
And you
Like
guys
you
played the
don't.
Grizzlies without Steven Adams and without Brandon Clark. So what you saying?
And then and then
Yeah,
they
y'all was
came up
playing against
against
the
the
third
Minnesota
string of big
Timberwolves,
man.
Right.
which is essentially
What
the
you
worst
saying?
the worst playoff team in the NBA, right? Then they came up against the mid-range Suns. I don't want to hear about your offensive rating against the mid-range Suns. Like they weren't scoring outside of
I'm
Devin
not
Booker and
arguing
Kevin
that.
Durant.
I'm
So
not listen. I'm not
that's
arguing that. All I'm saying is this, though, bro. You know that in the regular season compared to the postseason, I can scheme for you in a 7-game series. So let's throw out those defensive awards. That means nothing. That's why I said like the postseason. So Denver's been pretty damn good. They held you guys in game 2 to what? 109 points. 100. I mean, what?
Right. Did Jaren Jackson look like the defensive player of the year
Right.
player in the
Exactly.
playoffs? That's
You
oh
guys
no that
pounded Jaron Jackson on the glass. Africa pounded him.
oh no doubt, no doubt. And we're
Then what
getting
you
out
talking about
rebounded.
then?
We're getting out rebounded. We're getting cooked right now. And this series is making their defense look better than even our elite
But
defense that
Denver is hold
we're
on, bro. Denver
But
had 11 offensive rebounds in game 2. You guys had 4.
Yep.
But you guys pounded the Memphis Grizzlies, the same team you just said and told us was better defensively. But Denver defensive numbers across the board have just been better, especially rebounding and controlling the boards. Pounding you guys.
oh, of course, when Jokic out
Then
here
what are you
averaging
talking
19
about then,
rebounds
man?
a game, when he averaging 19 rebounds a game, no, most definitely they're gonna be looking nicer.
So that's why I
This is a
said
small
Africa.
sample
Is this
size. Small
season
sample
or is this
size.
postseason, bro?
Two
Come on,
game
man.
two
Use
game
yours, man.
sample size. I'm going by the whole season. That's what I'm going by. The trend, Moss.
The
The
whole
trend.
the
Damn,
trend.
yeah, Africa, man. Damn, yeah,
Well,
Africa.
the last 2 series, the trend says that
What do you mean, damn,
Denver's
Herm?
been
Hey,
decent.
first off, Herm, you've been leaning back a little too much, Herm. So has Jokic made you revise the ridiculous takes that you had about Jokic wouldn't even be an all-star in the 90s? Can you walk that
Not
back for me,
yet.
my nigga? Can you walk that back?
Nah,
You've
I'm
been
not
on the
go.
spot a little too long.
I'm not gonna walk it back because you wanna know the honest truth about it. I mean, the Nuggets supposed to beat the Lakers, so I ain't gonna sit
No,
up
no, no,
there.
no. What do you
I'm not
mean,
gonna
man?
sit up there act like it's
This
something
nigga averaging a
special just
30-point
because he beat
triple
the
double with
Lakers.
19 rebounds, talking about he ain't gonna be an all-star in the 90s. Stop it, Herm. Stop
I
it.
mean, hey, I'm just
Well,
saying.
hold on,
Yeah,
Africa.
yeah,
Different rules,
yeah.
different times. I
Yeah.
mean,
Nah, I
listen.
don't want to hear all that. I
Nah,
don't want
I agree with Herm. And
you
listen, in
agree
the
with Herm?
90s, in a
He
true.
wouldn't
Hold
even be
on,
an
bro.
all-star?
That's
Hold
when the
on.
best
I'm about to
crop of
tell you,
centers
bro.
was in the league, nigga.
Right in a big man era in the 90s, where big guys can take away your airspace and crowd you and put hands on you. No, he's not, bro. Sorry, he's
He's
not.
not an
Over who?
all-star in the
Hakeem,
90s.
David,
Hey,
Patrick,
Greenlee, are you
Alonzo.
hearing this, Greenlee?
and you got to make them niggas play defense, bro. If you make
Oh,
Jokic
Right.
don't
play
tell me you're
defense,
agreeing
it's a
with these
wrap.
niggas,
That's why.
Greenleaf. Don't tell me you're
No, I'm
agreeing.
No,
saying.
he just
What
understand
I'm saying,
basketball.
yeah, what I'm saying is, what it brings back to AD. You make Jokic work on the defensive end, he gonna be wore down, bro. Like that's why you don't have a lot of two-way players to this day, or a guy that want to play strictly defense. Vanderbilt, he's a liability on offense, and he guards the perimeter. AD has to be the one to put the pressure on Jokic, wear his ass down. That's why he looked like he looked in the fourth quarter, and other guys have to step up. So if
I
AD
agree.
take the initiative to be a two-way player at his position, then it'll be a wrap. It'll be a wrap.
And
The
also
point,
too,
the,
Green.
the 40 points and stuff is just a mirage. If you're not really putting the pressure on Jokic to a certain degree. If you
Also
really
too,
feel what I'm saying.
for Joker to be an all-star in the 90s, bro, he has to outplay like 6, 7, or 8 centers. Right? I mean, David Robinson, Patrick,
You got to
Shaq,
be better than
Elijah
Mutombo and
Wan,
Mark
Patrick
Eden, bro.
Ewing,
Stop it.
Rick Smiths. Like, what are you
Mark
talking about,
And
man?
you
Eden,
got
Rick Smith.
like I said,
Stop
it's
Way
two.
it.
better than
It
Rick
was
Smith's,
two.
nigga. Stop it, bro.
Now it was two in each conference though. Goddamn, Africa. So he ain't better in the East. He ain't better than Shaq and Patrick Ewing. And then in the West, he most definitely ain't better than Elijah Wan or David Robinson.
He on the
So how he
bench.
was gonna
He on
do
the bench, man. He on the bench, Herm. Stop it, bro. Stop it,
it?
Herm.
Shit, one of them motherfuckers on the bench.
Bro. He better
So
than
what you
Mark
talking
Eden. I
about?
know that. Mark Eden made the all-star team. I know he better than Mark Eden. I know he better than Rick Smith. I know that. So stop.
Mark Eaton, and Rick Smith, I agree with. But again, bro, he has to deal with 6 or 7 centers to make the All-Star team, bro. And those guys were two-way players, offensively and defensively, except for Mutombo. Other than Mutombo, every center was dropping, can score and defend. And in Africa,
Right.
these guys were elite post players, meaning they would put Joker one-on-one on the box and destroy his ass.
They
Easily.
had no rare
That's why
moves.
it was a more of an inside out game.
And your Africa, I need you to look at more Alonzo Mourning film. People keep forgetting how great Alonzo Mourning was before the kidney problems. Before he started having those kidney issues, Alonzo Mourning was legit on both ends. On both ends, he was legit.
Tom Chambers, bro, dunking on dudes' heads. Like, I mean,
Brad Doherty before the injuries. Doherty was legit.
Bro, this shit is crazy, man. What are you talking about?
Tom Chambers, bro. Stop it, man. Stop it.
This man crazy.
It's so good, though. Hey, I can't believe you co-signing this Greenleaf, man. Jokic ain't an all-star in the 90s. Come on, Greenleaf, man. I'm surprised.
I don't compare players to the 90s because it's a different era, different rules like Madden.
Kevin Duckworth made an all-star team. Jokic ain't better than that nigga. Like, stop it, bro. Stop it. Y'all be overhyping the 90s. Like, come on, bro. Stop it, man.
What year did he make it?
He made it in 91, Moss. Stop it,
91? Okay, the year they went to the finals? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say Jokic could be a good player. You could say Giannis could be a player.
Injuries.
Off his
I ain't gonna lie.
Off of that production, what they doing.
Giannis has to be like a 7th guy. He'll be like the 2nd or 3rd guy coming off the bench in the 90s.
Brad Doherty better than Jokic as well, right? Like that's what we doing. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Brad Doherty, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
Defensively, yes, but all around, no.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you another one, bro. He making a team over Sean Kemp, Herm. I know that too.
Sean Kemp's a power forward.
He's a power forward.
No, yeah, he a power forward center. He was in the center.
No, he's a power forward, bro.
He's a power forward.
He's a power forward.
Yeah, you better hope he a power forward.
If you're gonna argue Africa, have your facts order, man. Come on, bro.
You better hope so.
This man said Sean Kemp.
Stop it. Yeah, you better hope he's a power forward.
Hey, Africa. I'm just looking for Anthony Davis to put up that 40 and not letting Jokic put up a triple-double. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at him using his defensive ability because he's a way better defensive player than Jokic. And, you know what I'm saying, his offense can match that. So if AD really focus on being a two-way player at that center or power, whatever position, guarding Jokic, I think it'll be a different series, bro. I think it'll be a different series.
So Greenleaf, are you telling Darvin Ham no double, bro, on Jokic in the post? No double.
No doubles. No doubles.
Because that's all we've been doing the first 2 games is doubling this man, bro, in the post.
Well, tonight we shall see. We shall see. No doubles, bro.
Can I ask him a question real quick, Green? So if you don't double, so here's what could happen if you don't double Jokic at times is that and you got AD guarding him one-on-one. Look for Joker to be much more aggressive on the road and put the onus on the refs. Joker may just be aggressive going to the basket, not necessarily looking to score, but just to get some contact and get AD in foul trouble. That's why I'm saying in some cases, like you double in spots here and there. You don't do it consistently, but you do send a second man occasionally. But if you don't, then I'm afraid that Joker is so crafty with the basketball, up and unders and all that.
He'll cook AD.
Yeah, he'll cook him. He'll cook him and put him in foul trouble early.
Yeah,
so I don't know about that.
See, I want AD to put that pressure on Jokic like that.
No, we agree on that. Yes, agree. Yeah. And it needs to be like a two-way street. Whatever Joker's doing, AD needs to come back down. But then again, though, if you're letting AD guard Joker one-on-one, how much is Joker's size and weight and the physicality of Joker just leaning on you, banging on you? Does that take away from AD's offense a little bit, just a tad bit?
It definitely does.
Yeah, it does. But if AD has Jokic on him, you should create some type of offense where like Jimmy Butler did. Grant Williams, you come in. I don't want him. So if AD, you got the rock, but he created offense in the post, right? AD. So
yeah, but if the difference is this though,
put that pressure on him, man.
Jimmy's a wing player.
Get him in foul trouble too.
Jimmy's a wing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Green. Jimmy's a wing player, and so he can seek out a matchup which is easier for him. If
Right.
AD gets to pick and roll, and AD is the ball handler, if you're Denver, bro, that's an easy. I'm going under the pick, and then I'm gonna meet AD on the other side, and then I still got Joker on AD, and so. But I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying this. We know AD likes to shoot little 15-foot jump shots, floaters, etc. Maybe his legs are heavy and he ain't got the lift because Joker, I keep saying Joker is just weighing on him. And after a while, I mean, the shit takes a toll.
Yeah. I mean, defense take a lot of energy out of it,
It
especially
does,
if you're
man.
going up against a great offensive player. That's why I say Jokic, he's a great offensive player. He's not a good defensive player. AD is a good offensive player. It could be a great defensive player at his position. So I just think AD has the better upside, but we all know AD's story at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Sherman soft, stuff like that, you know. But Denver, man, I think Denver, just like Miami, have something on. You know what I'm saying? I think Denver have something in the back of their mind in the bubble, where it's a different team. We got one of your championship players in KCP, and you know what I'm saying? They just want to go to war with them guys, bro. They just want to go to war with them guys. Mike Malone coming out, use ticket TV, put that in your pipe and smoke it, type of shit, and the media glorify the Lakers. It's to a certain degree. So I think they really want to punish the Lakers for all that. So they have a whole agenda. They probably have a blackboard with shit written out. And it's on the Lakers to really come out and really punish these dudes on their end because they came back into a 20-point deficit lead. So they have a formula. They just have to execute it from beginning to end. And not just wait from moments.
Yep. And BX told me Greenleaf that Mike Malone about to have the speech of his life, you know, pre-game, man, for the Denver Nuggets right now. That's what he says, man. It's just ridiculous, bro.
Hey, man, that's what it's about.
No, man, it's gonna be tough, man. The Lakers. I've been confident in all playoffs, and this is the first true doubt I've had of the Lakers, bro. Just keeping it 100, man. There is doubt. There is doubt on.
But you're giving a fair assessment, Africa. And again, bro, I mean, you know, we joke, we troll, but I mean, like your basketball IQ is high because you break the shit down and you're not. I mean, you are biased, but you will give an honest assessment, you know, when needed.
Yeah,
and so
man.
I'm glad that
No
you
doubt.
can see.
I respect the game.
I fuck with Africa, man.
Yeah, I like Africa, bro.
I salute Greenleaf, man. I respect.
A lot of
the game.
guys don't
There's
like
too
it,
much
bro.
great basketball.
You
You know what I
though.
was saying in the early street? I was saying that like too much Greenleaf in the basketball community. We harp too much on the team that loses and what they could have done and what they should have done instead of just giving credit for the better team and what they did to prevent the other team from getting to their spots and doing what they're doing. So for me, it's about giving Denver credit, not about what the Lakers could have done, should have done, you know, would have done if this was the case. You know, it's just about
I agree.
they were playing great. This man, Jokic, is putting up all-time great numbers, Wilt Chamberlain-type numbers in the playoffs, right? He coming up against the best defender in his position, and he's cooking this guy. You just got to give it up, bro. And at the end of the day, yeah, LeBron hasn't had an IIQ plays in the clutch in 2 games in a row. He's taking bad shots. He's looking gassed. He's taking that bailout threes, thinking that he's going to seal the game with those shots when we have a 10-point lead, as opposed to doing the hard work and the grimy work, which is getting the paint, put your head down, and you know, and do it the hard way. You look for the easy way out on certain moments, and that's not going to win you playoff series, let alone playoff games, bro, or the other way around. Like it ain't gonna work like that. And so we got to be a high IQ team. D'Lo came out in the second game and was taking ridiculous shots. He got bailed out from a ridiculous fadeaway with the foul call early in the first quarter. Like we can't be just doing dumb shit. We don't have a set offense. We don't really have a hierarchy on offense. You don't know what D'Lo is about to do on any given possession. You don't know what Austin Reeves or Austin Reeves actually more measured with the ball, but Dennis Schroeder's about to do, and even LeBron James at certain moments you don't know what he's about to do. You know what I mean? And so, being a high IQ player, if you're gassed, bro, just don't take the bailout three. Get a better shot, bro. Be an off-ball screener. Do something to affect the game. Your gravity alone affects the game if you just play it smart. And so, we got to be a better team all around. That's why it's tough, man, because we got to be better offensively. We
Africa.
Be better.
That's why I asked you what I asked you, bro.
It's tough, man. It's
Africa. I'm glad you said what you just said because I asked you that question for a reason like 15 minutes ago. Sometimes it doesn't matter what adjustments you make or try to make. Sometimes, bro, just tip your cap and say, you know what? They're just a better team. They're just a better team. You know? Shit.
But
Yeah,
I need to
that's
still see
it.
the best of the Lakers though. And game 3 is going to tell me a lot, right? It's evidently going to be if we lose the game, the season's a wrap. But if we give our best game
Uh-huh.
and we lose, that's going to say a lot. If we play our best game and we blow niggas out, that's going to say a lot
Have you
too.
seen
If we
Denver's
play
best
our
game, you think?
another narrative goes, if we play our best game and it's a close game and we still win, that's really going to show that they're still the better team. Because we play our best game, we hit our threes, we play elite defense, and it still comes down to the stretch and we got to pull it out.
Right,
That just
right.
shows that this team is tough to beat, and it's going to be tough to beat them 4 out of 5 games.
You
Essentially,
think
that's what we
Denver
got.
played their best game so
That's
far?
true.
I don't
Nope.
think Denver played
Nope.
a great
Denver
game yet.
hasn't even played close to their
I
best
don't
game.
think Denver's
No,
played
they
their best
haven't.
game yet.
No. Jamal
Yeah.
Murray hasn't even had a good series. He had one good quarter. He played 3 bad
Yeah,
quarters
in
and had
fourth
one
quarter.
good quarter.
Right,
And,
right,
and he's still dropping 30 something a game on us,
right.
So
He should
it's
have
been
50
tough.
last game
His
if he
first
hit those
game was
shots in the
good though,
first
but
half.
yeah, his first game was
Damn.
Then Aaron Gordon ass, he overdue for a good game in this
facts.
series.
He hasn't had a good
hmm
game, yeah, bro.
Then you still got Michael Porter Jr. who can make shots off the rim of anything. So
He's due for like a 25-point game.
and,
Hmm.
hey fellas, I'm about to check out. I'll holler at y'all later on.
Man,
Yeah,
shout
me
out to
too.
Green
Yeah,
League,
me
man.
too.
Salute to
Appreciate
y'all,
it.
man.
I'm about to
Hey,
chill
Salute
for
to
a bit
Africa.
to get ready.
Salute to Maz. Salute to Hearn. Salute to big
Green.
salute to you, Hearn. Salute to y'all,
Man.
man. I'm
man,
out here, man.
anytime, fan. And y'all, please go subscribe to the exclusive Greenleaf exclusive, man. Hey, great content, man. Hey, if you love the Rock, it's a great guy to listen to. But he's good. He knows the game, and he could actually hoop too. So, I mean, y'all go support Greenleaf, man. Like and
Oh,
subscribe to his platform, man.
Greenleaf got a nice crossover, Herm.
Greenleaf hooping.
Okay, okay,
He got game.
okay. Yeah, I know Maz ain't got it like that, man. Maz ain't got I know that's what it is, man. So good though, Maz, man. I had to slide. I had to get him on the way out. I had to get him on the way out. But salute to you, Herm. This gonna be a great game, Herm. Who you got in the game though? You got Denver. Sound like you got Denver, Herm.
Yeah, I do. I do think I got. No, I actually told Elder. This is why I exactly told Elder yesterday. I told Elder yesterday. I think you guys gonna be come out with a lot of energy. I think the role
Mm-hmm.
players gonna be laser focused. They go, of course, be more comfortable because they at home. So I expect D'Lo to score over 20 today. I expect Austin Reeves to do his thing. I expect Schroeder to hit timely shots. I said that I think you guys gonna win comfortably in Game 3. I said Game 4 though. Nuggets gonna make adjustments. They gonna come out firing. That's gonna be like a must-win situation for them in their eyes. And I think they're gonna come out blazing and win game 4. And of course, Denver gonna close it at home. So I got the Lakers winning today due to the
Okay.
fact I feel like the Lakers gonna come with a lot of urgency. They're gonna come with a lot of energy, and those role players will be at like the shots D-Lo been missing. He gonna make them today. Dennis Schroeder gonna be good on both ends. Austin Reeves, of course, go hit shots. Then you may get an unexpected. Lonnie Walker may come out and hit 15 out of nowhere. So it gonna be things of that nature. That's why I think the Lakers will win Game 3. But they gonna still lose in 5. But I got the Lakers today though.
Okay. That's all good, man. It's been a good playoffs, man. Salute to you, her man. I'm a slide as well, man. Shout out
I
to you.
appreciate it, man. Hey, I feel the slide too, man. I was waiting in the stream. Hey, we had a great show today, man. Great basketball talk, man. We cooked on the Celtics and the Heat, of course, and we cooked on the game tonight, the Lakers and the Nuggets, man. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that subscribe, man. If y'all want to donate to the platform and support this content from me, man, hit up $CashDough11. It's appreciated, man. We gonna keep coming with heat. We're gonna keep coming. Y'all gonna get laughter. You guys gonna get knowledge from this content. And at the end of the day, it always gonna be good streams and consistent, man. Yeah, you may not agree with everything, but it's gonna be entertaining as hell. So, man, hey, man, salute to all y'all. Thanks for the support. Y'all hit that like button, man. Y'all subscribe, man. Hey, salute to y'all. I know the Celtics fans, man. Cool, but hell, it is what it is. They brought it on themselves. Shout out to Jimmy Butler, man. You showing a heart, man. Hey, this is what basketball is about, man. Shout out to Jimmy Butler. But man, salute to y'all, and I'm out, y'all.